Hello. Hi. Welcome in. We back at it again with Corpse Freddy, Book of Shadows, Chapter 2, Demise. And let's get right into it. Or, everything can break again. It's fine. We're professionals here. I swear. No, we're not watching the opening again. Fuck that. Okay, now let's get into it. I just started the game. Why is there already screaming? Suzumoto. What? Why was I lying on the ground? My vision was blurred and indistinct. Maybe it was the blow to the head, or maybe it was because of all the tears in my eyes. We'd been forced out through the infirmary door and tossed like a rag doll into the hallway. Ow! I could barely breathe and was completely unable to move. I wish I could slip away into unconsciousness, but my agony was keeping me in the moment. My abdomen. I put my hand to it without thinking, and a sharp pain flew through my palm as well. Looking down, the whole area of my body was soaked with blood and liberally pierced by large pieces of glass, many of them the size of drafting triangles. I was certain some of them must have sliced all the way through my internal organs. Oh god, why? Why was this happening to me? Oh, it's her from the last game. Hey, lady? No, help me, please! Through my veil of tears, I could just barely make out the face of a young girl with an unearthly blue glow about her. She was looking right through me and seemed concerned? No. As she got closer, I could read her expressions more clearly. She was smiling and staring into my soul with one good eye and one empty socket. Won't you come play with us? All at once, I was pulled up into the air with incredible force by the other two faintly glowing children. One of my arms was being held by the spirit of a young boy, while the other was being held by the spirit of what I assumed to be a little girl. I couldn't tell for sure since everything above her jawline was missing, leaving me with no facial features to read. Her head was like a half-eaten fruit with the bottom teeth in place of seeds. I could see her vocal cords fluttering and her throat contract with every giggle. Based on her size, I'd estimate she was still early grade school age. She held my arm tightly, and her shadow silhouette gazed at me innocently. Her voice box gyrated a little, and her throat opened and closed rhythmically, producing a gurgling sound that might have been a chuckle. She then said, Left pain a pictha. You can be the pain. Let's paint a picture, you can be the paint? Maybe? I don't know. All three children were now staring right at me as if they were studying an ant's movements just before squishing it with their thumbs. In one single rough motion, I found myself flipped 90 degrees downward. I was facing the ground, and I could sense myself moving forward rapidly. What? What a strange sensation. I was now staring up at the wall from the floor. There was large slathering of chunky red bits strewn all over it. Their dull earth tones clashed heavily with the wall's worn-out gray hues. It looked almost as if someone had winged a juicy pomegranate against it with all their might, except this was no pomegranate, it was a person. It was me. My limbs were ripped clean off, and my belly had burst open into a conglomeration of glistening blood, entrails, and other miscellaneous bodily fluids. The force of the impact was enough to scatter parts of me all the way to the ceiling. I was an unsightly mess of slimy globules and viscera. The smell was intensely foul, but then it was a conglomerate of raw meat after all. Never mind the fact that it was my meat. Human. And I was just a head, a severed head torn off at the neck on impact, staring up at what was left of me in the last moments of my consciousness. So Mayu's fucking dead. Rip Mayu. Can't believe Mayu just fucking died. Was that a dream? Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing other timelines. Great. So I guess in this game we're gonna have to save everyone somehow, but as Sachiko said, no matter how many times we try to save the people, they'll keep dying in worse ways than the last. Dude, what's worse than literally becoming literally fucking nothing but a bloodstain on the wall? An awful dream, absolutely awful. And the worst part is, it was so vivid, I could even smell it. Wait. Where am I? This isn't right, I was just in the classroom helping with cleanup. Is this part of the festival? Maybe Class 5 was hosting a haunted house? Maybe that's where I am. God, I hate this kind of stuff. Shig, Miss Yui, Shinozaki, Mochida? Why is nobody saying anything? Come on, that's enough. Please, just stop. There was no response. There was only a deep, all-encompassing silence that hung in the air like fog. Was that an earthquake? It really isn't funny anymore, guys. Despite continuing to plead with my friends, I knew this was reality. I had no choice but to accept it, no matter how much I wished it weren't true. A set piece like this, after all, was beyond the abilities of even the most professional theater troupe to create. This is no haunted house, is it? So where am I? What happened to me? And where's everyone else? Somebody please save me. Shig. Are those children? They're the same children I saw in my dream. Search mode. Again, barely anything to say about the halls. I've got a bad feeling about this room. I feel like if I enter, I'll be done for. I said don't go in. I decided to follow my instincts on this one. Rather than entering the creepy infirmary, I'd be better suited trying to find my friends. I still couldn't believe I was really in this place, but I was. I was transported somewhere horrible. If I was here, that meant the others probably were too. I just needed to meet up with Shig. That alone would be enough to keep me going. Book of Shadows, Episode 2, Demise. Getting a really bad feeling from this room. It's extremely dusty, but from the looks of it, there's a sheet that goes to on the infirmary bed. Okay. So I'm gonna keep the chapters like separated in case I have to go back for something. I don't really know. Because now we're dealing with a bunch of different timelines. So let's keep her in the 10s then. The door to the science lab is locked. The door is locked. Searching everything one by one. There's a large hole in the floor here. It won't be possible to go any farther down the hall in this direction. The gap is so big, even a jump wouldn't be likely to clear it. There's something written here in chalk. It smells so good. The smell of tasty meat. Where is it coming from? Hey, girl. It was a young girl. She seemed to be in her mid-teens. She was wearing a school uniform, suggesting she was indeed another student from somewhere. But something wasn't right. Upon closer inspection, I realized that this young girl was very much dead. She's dead? For real? She smells. I wondered how much time had passed since she died. Externally, she still looked to be mostly intact. But her internal organs had clearly begun to decay, with various and sun-dried fluids leaking out onto the floor all around her. Drawing in for a more detailed look, I noticed that both her eyeballs had been stabbed with pencils. No, you've got to be kidding. She's dead. She's dead. What do I do? What do I do? The police. I have to call the police. My cell phone. I tried dialing 110, Japan's emergency services, but the call wouldn't go through. No, am I out of range? I'm sorry. I guess I can't really do anything for you. I'm really sorry. I feel like I'm going to be sick. Is this what happens to all of us after we die? There's a large hole in the floor here. too big to jump across. Okay, not going this way or that way. We're going up then. Still nothing. The stairwell is packed tightly with dust, making it completely impassable. I couldn't possibly clear these away by myself. If only one of the boys were here to help me. Shig doesn't care much for manual labor, though. What was it he said during the setup of the festival? The sort of blue-collar work is beneath me. It's far better suited to the lakes of Kishinuma. Getting him to move even one desk was like pulling teeth. In fact, I can't do anything about it. Shit. Playtime 3 hours. Oh, the whole game. Okay. So I'm literally stuck. How am I supposed to do? Wait. But if a plank were laid over it like a bridge, it might just be crossable. So where can I get one? Getting a really bad feeling from this room. I think it would be best to stay out of it entirely. Okay, let's see if I can find a plank anywhere. That's the only hint it's giving me. Anything. Door is locked. Trying to see if there's a plank of anything anywhere. Nope. Nope, and she says the same stuff about the desk. Oh. Soul. It's a ghost. Please, my body. Hide it. What? Hide my body. Are you the owner of this body? So you want me to hide you? I don't want people to see me like this. I don't know what to do. Can I help this person? I wish I could give you a proper burial, but maybe I can at least find a blanket or something to cover you up with. I'll see what I can do. Oh, I know where that is. Was it here? No, it's by the infirmary. Okay, this is kind of easy so far. This should be big enough, right? I rolled with a dusty sheet and put it under my arm and returned to classroom 3A. It's not very clean, but it seemed to fully cover you at least. Thank you. It's no problem, I understand where you're coming from. As a girl, it would be embarrassing for other people to see you like that. Be sure to hang on to that sense of sympathy. In this place, things like kindness, friendship, and consideration can be easily corrupted. What's this? Looks like some kind of charm. I'm gonna save it like every decision. Acquire a paper charm. Was this a thank you gift from that girl? Maybe I'll have to make sure I put it in my student ID holder so I don't lose it. I really wish I could have given her a proper burial. Looking closely, there's a student ID name tag on the ground. Karasuyama High School, Shiori Fujiwara. Ooh, sorry, I had to sneeze for a second. I muted myself. This change. Keep pressing the wrong button. Will the paper charm protect us in the nurse's room? Can't even click it anymore. God damn it. Dude, I am... Oh! It's right here. Seems like a pretty sturdy board. Might be a good idea to take it with me. I just feel like every decision's a bad decision. Acquired loose board. I wonder if I can use that loose board I found across here. Loose board slides nicely over the hole. Seems sturdy enough. It should be possible to cross here now. Oh, there's a candle. Oh, I recognize this. It's one of Shinizaki's candles for sure. That means everyone else must be somewhere in here too. Oh, this is a big area. Secret rooms? Okay, nothing. I'm not gonna go to the second wing yet. Oh hey, this looks like the school entrance. Maybe I can get outside from here. Can I touch anything? Anything in these cubbies? No? Unforgivable. I thought we were friends. I hope you die in agony. Period. Skeleton remains here. Whoever this was seems to have died a while ago, as the bones are already bleached white. Judging by the stature of the clothing, this was probably a middle school girl. There was a bloodstained box cutter lying on the ground nearby, suggesting it was a likely cause of death. Student name tag Momi Momijigawa High School, Hina Hirose. I don't want anything to do with you. We're just friends, and we're not even that anymore. For you to do what you did just because there are no teachers or adults around, it's disgusting. Disgusting. Positively disgusting. Just die. Just die already.
軽い。死んでよ。早く死んでよ。
The door is frozen in place, as if it was just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. I can't even jostle it. It's like a solid wall. Something is definitely very wrong here. Well, there's the outside. Just as I was about to leave the entranceway, a spirit of a little boy suddenly materialized in front of the door. I remembered his face. It's him. What do I do? If he catches me, I'm done for. I immediately ducked into the shadow of the shoe cubbies, doing my best to stay out of sight. Got you. God damn it. Oh, he has no tongue. The tongues. Let go of me. I have to find Shig and the others. Please don't tell me that that was a one save thing. It was. I fucked up. Probably. That was probably a one-time use. That was a one-time use. I probably fucked up. Human skeleton still in the process of decaying. Momijigawa High School, Shinsuke Sasaki. Another one? What in the world is going on here? A crumpled up piece of paper fell from the disheveled sleeve of his school uniform. It wasn't long ago that I was wishing for some great disaster to help alleviate the boredom of everyday life. I guess I should have been careful what I wished for. Now, all I want to do is return to that peaceful, uneventful life I was living back home. Those days spent laughing, smiling, scowling, or crying might not have seemed like much, but they were what life is all about. Here, there's just suffering. I never realized how much it hurt to go for even one single day without eating anything. And I'm so thirsty, I feel like I could die at any moment. Mommy, please, I need my dinner. Fate can be changed. No, it can't. Anything going on in here? Not a damn thing. Oh, well, we're outside at least. Can't do anything with the pool. Hold on. Did my notification thing said I went live? It did. Okay. Anything on the floor I need to take? No. Just to get to the other side of upstairs. Nothing here. Okay. I'm just checking everything to make sure, like, I don't miss a damn thing. Okay. Okay, classroom 1C. Notice from Miss Shinozaki, school infirmary. If you play on school grounds during free period, don't forget to wash your mouth and hands before returning to class. Harmful germs are always nearby. Okay, I didn't like how that dead body looked. That actually scared me. There's a name tag pinned to her jacket. Momijigawa High School, Ayaka Shimuzu. Numerous papers scattered on the floor. They seem to be torn out pages from a notebook. The battered notebook they came from is also lying just a few feet away. Most of the pages are soaked with blood or either sun-dried fluids, rendering their contents illegible, but a few sentences can be made out here and there. Apparently had strong feelings for her for a long time. He is God's gift to women. He thinks he is God's gift to women. Dumb Jack thinks just because he's good at sports, how she's here in this godforsaken place with a guy who sees her like that. If he tries anything, I swear I'll kick his ass. Won't let him get away with. She and I will find a way to get back home together. Though I have to, am scared. Writing about her best friend, huh? Sounds like she came here with a friend and sort of protect her from someone else they knew, but... Shig and everyone else, you're still out there somewhere, right? I feel bad taking it, but this notebook might be good to have on hand. Maybe I'll run into the best friend or that boy. The door to classroom 1B is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall, can't be opened. Fate never changes. Exactly. How strange, I feel like I can breathe just a little easier in this room. Maybe Shig and the others have been here. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Huh. It's an old, yellowed class newsletter. Looks like they just got an article out of a local newspaper and photocopied it. Child abduction and murder follow-up report. It's hard to imagine what the bereaved family and friends of the victims must be going through. Classmates of the deceased will be dedicating memorial portraits and flowers in their honor, and the school chorus is slated to sing for them as well. There's something stuck to the broken glass on the cabinet door. It seems to be human hair or skin. Ew. A rusty key sits on the teacher's podium atop a note that just says, "Do not use this key under any circumstances." I wonder what it's to. Time to make stupid decisions. I know the note says not to use it, but this key could be important. I should take it with me, just in case. Cup is so big, can't clear it. The door to the reference room seems to be locked. Is the door locked or is it sealed shut like some of the others? It isn't shaking at all when pushed, yet somehow it comes across as openable. Maybe the rusty key I picked up will fit the lock? Nope, seems like it's the wrong key. No, I didn't intend for that to happen. I just wanted to tell you how I felt, but then you had to go and die. Was this in regards to the dead girl I encountered in the entryway? He seemed to be wearing the same school uniform as her. Pair of spiked shoes. Maybe he was an athlete? His head seems to be detached from his body completely. There's not a lot of blood on the floor, but it nonetheless seems logical to conclude that this was the cause of death. As expected, his student ID seems to have survived intact. Momijigawa High School, Mitsurugi Amano. What really happened here? I feel like I'm missing something. It gives me the creeps, but maybe I should go back and examine the girl's body more carefully. Skeletal remains are here. I feel bad doing this, but I really need to take a closer look at you. You're making so many bad decisions. I gotta save every fucking second. There's a box cutter on the floor next to the girl's body. Its blade is jagged and encrusted over with blood. It's clearly not usable anymore, but everything seems to indicate that this is what was used to kill her. There's a sticker label on the back of the handle with a name written on it. Its owner, perhaps? It says Ayaka Shimuzu. Ah. The notebook I picked up earlier suddenly fell from my hands, and despite the air being completely still in the room, its pages began flipping as soon as it hit the ground. Most were blank, but the very last page contained a few hastily scrawled sentences. Hina is mine. I will always protect her, always. I'm not about to lose to a man like that. Damned Amano. Hina seems like she might have a crush on him. So what do I do with my feelings then? I can't simply hand them off to someone else. I made up my mind. Will kill before. Hina, I love you. A student ID must be hers. Momijagawa High School, Hina Hirose. There are crooked, hastily scribbled letters in the memo section at the back of the student ID booklet. It's unclear what was used to write them, though. It certainly doesn't look like ink or pencil. They read, "You're no friend. You're no friend. You're an asshole. You're a pervert. Don't touch me. Don't say you love me. I loathe you. Our friendship is over." How could she to a dead girl, no less? That's absolutely awful. Shig, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be in a place like this. I didn't even want to look at it, but I decided to hang on to the student ID book. I thought maybe it would yield some valuable clues down the line. And I did whatever I had to do in order to see Shig and the others again. It's so sad to see this happen between friends. I hope you're at least able to rest in peace now. Friends, I guess in that regard, I've really been blessed. My friends are all happy, fun, beautiful people. I wish I could see them. I wonder where they are right now. Mayu. Is that? Mayu, can you hear me? If you can, please say something. Shig. I'm right here, Shig. Shig, I'm here. Can you hear me? Where are you? Mayu, where are you? Wait, Shig, don't leave me. I'm right here, Shig. The calls had stopped. The voice was long gone. You must have wandered too far away. Shig, my voice didn't reach you. Was I not loud enough? He can't have gone too far, though. Shig, if you can hear me, say something. Shig, where are you? I've been looking all over for you. Are you over here? I just want to see you. No, stop it, Mayu. If you start crying over something like this, imagine how badly Shig would tease you about it later. Another earthquake? The tremors are so intense, I was unable to keep standing. I felt hard on my bottom and watched as my student ID slipped from my skirt and into a hole. A scrap of paper from Sachiko Charm must have shaken loose in the process. It slipped out and snaked its way haphazardly onto the floor. Was it finally over? I cautiously pulled myself back to my feet. And that's when I realized that the floor, no, the whole hallway had changed. Cracks and holes in the floor had somehow been sealed up, and a window that was there before was now completely gone. I couldn't really come to terms with what I was seeing. Was this reality? What kind of hell was I stuck in anyway? I was getting goosebumps all over my body, and my mind felt like it was shutting down. Then I saw the Sachiko Charm scrap and snap back to my senses.
これ
God, I've got to be more
大事なの
careful. I almost
床
lost
に落
this.
とした切れ端を
I scooped it up, thinking of Shig standing next to me and everyone else smiling and laughing during the
ブ
ritual.
ルブル震えて
My body was trembling in fear and my vision was beginning to blur. This place was taking its toll on me. Pleasant memories of friends were all I had
どう
left.
して
Why is this happening?
どうしてこんなことに
そうか
Fucking creep.
文化会館のステージ
So in other words, they won't let us use the cultural assembly stage?
うん
Unfortunately not. I got his permission to use it on the phone, but I guess that really doesn't do us good if the advisor in charge isn't on board.
時代
Anachronistic nonsense.
仕方ないようちは顧問の先生もあんまり乗り気じゃ
Not
ない
much we
し
can do though. Our own advisor isn't exactly known for its enthusiasm, and putting on a show outside of school would have its own problems.
お前はいいのかそれで
Excuse me. And your content, just to leave it at that? And you're content to just leave it at that? Doesn't say content. Content.
俺が交渉してきた
The
の
script is already finished. You know, maybe I should try my hand at negotiating.
相手が大人だからって
Just because they're adults doesn't mean they necessarily deserve all the respect platitudes we're expected to give them after all. Go for it. What's so funny? No, nothing really. I was just thinking how cute you look when you're mad. Don't be stupid.
冗談だってば
I'm kidding, really. I'm just
た
happy
だね
you're here.
しげ兄が怒ってくれたのが嬉しいの
You get upset over something like this for me.
私って他人と衝
Well,
突
it's
した
not
り
good
と
with
か
I'm not good with conflict, so it's just kind of refreshing
しげ兄が
to have you angry in my
私の代わりに
place. Ha! Quirky as ever, I
個性
see.
的って言って
By
ほ
what
し
you
い
mean
の
I've got lots of personality,
これ
right?
でも
Just
演
another
劇部
reason I'm the
看板女優
poster
なんだ
girl
よ
for the drama club. Yes, I suppose you could say that.
まあね
Of course, I do more than just act. I also write scripts, I produce, I make
衣
costumes.
装デザインの才
It's
能
tough
がある
being
と
such a Renaissance woman. You are very strong, Mayu. Huh?
お前は強いよ
You're a
う
strong
まくいかな
person.
い時も
Even when things are looking down, you always have a smile on your face, and you've always been so mindful of family and friends, much
親や友
more
達を
so
思
than
い
I.
辛い時だって
You're always willing to shed a tear in sympathy when times are tough, no matter who's watching.
いややだ
Come
な
on, Chig. It's supposed to be
しげ兄ってば
be some kind of pickup line or
なん
something.
か口
I
説き
mean,
文句みたい
you're the one who's saying
だ
I'm
いたいしげ
unreliable.
にいつも私
Wolf
は
Maximal
頼りないって
Frostbite is now following. Hey, hi. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you doing today?
いや本心で言って
No, I'm simply speaking from heart
強さに
here.
もいろいろある
There are different kinds of strength in the world, after all.
眉の強さは
Yours is, how do I put this? Yours is bountiful.
うまくい
It's
か
a
ない
strength that
が
never falters.
健やかでお前ならきっと将来どんな困難があってももしつまずいて倒れてしまっても
No matter what trying times await, and no matter how many times you stumble and fall, you're the type who will always get right back up and try again. I'm good. That's good. Well, welcome in. My name's Moon. I'm a virtual streamer, VTuber, if you will, V-streamer, whatever you want to call me. My character's a B-cat. He's pretty awesome. Love him. I'm tired. Oh, then go to bed. It is, it's pretty late. I'm in Eastern time zone for, right now it's almost 11 o'clock. It's about 10:42. I'm a bit tired myself, but I was out all day. Always get right back up and try
俺みたいな
again.
冷めた人間
There's a substantial strength to you, substantial enough that even a cold human being like myself can plainly see it. At least he admits he's a cold human being, period. Shig.
違うよしげに
It's not true, Shig. I'm not that strong.
私はただ
I'm just good at making myself seem that way in front of other people.
得意な本当に
But in reality, when I'm faced with
本当に
uncomfortable
全員
situations, I
が
freeze
みん
up.
なが望むような
It's 9:43 p.m.
演じていただけ
Yeah, sometimes other people get tired earlier in the day. I tend to usually be up all night, so... But that's just me. I've just been playing a part all this time, the part of a good girl that everybody wants me to be. She saved me. You must be laughing right now, saying Mayu's so lost without me or something.
助けてよ。
鈴本
Where I
か
live. Yeah. Suzumoto?
岸沼くん。
Kishinuma.
どうしたんだよそんな
What
とこで
happened? Why are you
座
sitting
り
in the
込んじゃ
middle of the hallway?
岸沼くん。
Kishinuma, I'm so glad to see you. Are you okay?
ああ
Yeah, more or less. How about you, Suzumoto?
鈴本も
I don't seem
怪我とかして
injured
ねえ
or
だろうな
anything. You don't seem injured or anything.
平気。
Yeah,
涙
I'm fine.
見られちゃったかな。
Did you see me crying?
おい鼻出てんぞ
Yeah, you got a little snot there. It's
ちょい
kind of
汚れた
dirty.
けど
But you can use my
俺は
handkerchief
ハンカチ
if you want.
ありがとう。でも
Oh,
それは
thanks. But no
篠崎
thanks. You
さ
should
んに
save that for
貸してあげた方が
Shinozaki. Huh? What do you mean? Never mind. Don't worry
気に
about
し
it.
ないで。
Just
特
being
に無理
silly.
はない。
あ
Okay, speaking of Shinozaki, though, have you seen her
Shinozaki?
anywhere?
私は見
No,
て
I
ないけど。
haven't.
そっか
Okay,
こっちに来たん
so
じゃねえのか
this isn't the way she came, I
岸沼
guess.
くん、篠
Was
崎さんと一緒
Shinozaki
に
with you
いたの？
then?
ああさっきまでな
Yeah, until just a short while ago.
あいつ急に様子が
Then
お
she
かしくなっ
suddenly
ちまって
started acting
なん
weird.
かこ
It was like she was possessed or something. She started screaming all kinds of crazy things I couldn't understand, then
う
ran
わ
off
けわかんない
somewhere.
こと叫び
そうなんだ。
Oh no, I don't like that at
心
all.
配だね。
She's got a real affinity for the spirit world, you know. Maybe that earthquake was somehow connected to her.
あの地震は
Actually, about the earthquake. I love this game series. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. I've only ever seen the third game, Corpse Party Blood Drive, a few years back when one of my favorite YouTubers played it. So I'm not completely blind to that game. I know some stuff, but obviously it's such a long game and, you know, different chapters and all of it. It's a lot to remember, so I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember it being very long. I kind of walked into the series blindly. I just played all through Corpse Party Blood Cover, the first game. So I played through all of that. That's, you know, in my VODs if you want to watch that, or if you look up Moonsong Uwu on YouTube, you can find my YouTube channel. There should be a link to it on my Twitch somewhere as well, and you can watch me play through that whole first game. It was a lot. And I had technical difficulties starting out, and I don't cut anything out of my videos. I just throw my VODs from Twitch up onto my YouTube. So you'll have to skip around if you want to get past me, you know, having difficulties and stuff. But you can watch me completely fail through that game. It took me a while to get the true endings in each chapter. I didn't get all of them because I didn't know there was true endings. So with there being multiple endings and everything, I've looked at walkthroughs and actually did my research now for the second game, so I know what I'm doing. And if I get stuck, I just look at a walkthrough. Because I'm not the type to be like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, figure it out blindly. Nah, I want to actually, you know, play through the game and get done with it. But I'm taking my time, and it's been fun so far. I fucking hate Ayumi. All my homies hate Ayumi. She is the reason we're here. First game, now second game. Fuck Ayumi. Kishinuma sure was taking his sweet time. He went off to search the poolside area by himself, citing the heavy rain as an excuse for me to stay indoors while he gallantly got soaked in my place. I went along with it because I thought it seemed unusually chivalrous coming from someone like him. But he's a rank amateur in the matters of spirit, so I was beginning to worry he'd gotten himself attacked or something. And that worry was just starting to turn to panic when...
ダメだプールの水抜きはそこになんかあるかと思ったけど
No good, I think there's something caught in the grate at the bottom. But I can't find any way of draining the water, so I can actually check it out.
水圧調整室っつうの
I
が
did
あるか
come
ら
across a locked pump
あそこ
room,
に
though.
入れりゃ
So if we can
なん
find
と
the
か
key to get in
な
there,
るんだろうな
we might be able to make some progress.
そう。
I see, that's kind of disappointing. Here I thought we might be onto something, since this whole area has a really weird vibe
手
to
がか
it.
りでもある。
おいおい
Hey now, aren't you forgetting something? I'm the one who's freezing my ass off after scatting around in the pouring rain. How about a little gratitude? I'll do that tomorrow because I got to 13 minutes till I need to go to bed. Make that 12.
なんで？
Gratitude, as I recall, you said you'd handle this because it was too dangerous for me. So you brought this on yourself.
そうだけどよ
Well, yeah, I guess, but it's not like it could hurt to thank me.
何
What was that?
別に
Nothing. So what do we do now?
校舎に戻っても
Well, we
何も
can't get
行け
up
な
to
い
the
の
second
よ
floor, and we can no longer reach the staircase past the entranceway on account of the hall splitting in half.
さっき地震みてえな揺
There was
れ
an
があったよ
earthquake not too long ago. You think that's what split the hall?
そうかも
It's a good possibility. Yeah, it happened right around the when the
ここへの
door
入り口を開いた
to this locker room opened up. After all,
私たちの行動が
do you think maybe our actions are having a direct influence on the building?
なんか変なオカ
That
ル
sounds
ト
like a
みたいな
setup to
話
some
だな
loony bin occult fanfic or something.
嫌な言い方
Hey, don't use the word occult like it's some kind of
そ
insult.
もそも
It comes from Latin, you know, occultus, meaning hidden, and is primarily used today to describe paranormal studies,
隠秘学という自然科学
which stand in opposition to.
あーすまん
Okay,
俺
okay,
が
I'm
悪かった
sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
その話は
Can we
また
save the
今度
lecture
聞
for
かせて
another
くれ
day, please? Believe me, I have a whole new respect for the occult since coming here. I mean, the things that are happening to us aren't natural.
この短い時間で
Hell, we've only been here a few hours and I've already lost count of all the dead bodies and ghosts we've seen. I have no choice but to believe you.
お前
Now,
以外
coming
の
from
話
anybody
だ
else, all this talk about other dimensions and spiritual planes and stuff would seem pretty far-fetched even in here.
現実の力って
Reality is
偉
pretty
大ね
persuasive, huh? It has a way of forcing you to accept truths that you might have otherwise struggled with forever.
そいつが異常な現
No
実
matter how
だ
messed up those truths might be.
とにかく
At any rate, I guess all we can do
もう
right
一度
now
調べてみましょう
is recheck all the areas we can still get into. Check the third from the right. Oh, that's
さ
totally
っき
different
俺
from
が
what
見
was
た
written
時
here
と文章が
before.
違うぜ
きっと何か意味
It
が
must
ある
have some meaning. Third from the right. 1, 2, 3. Because me and my family are going out to eat for my little cousin's birthday. Oh, have fun. Third from the right. The faucet is rusted over and the handle's spinning freely. It's unlikely any water will ever come out from these pipes again. Upon twisting the handle, the tin shower head above spun slightly and a small bent piece of wire fell out from it onto the ground.
念のために持っとく
This could come in handy. This is the left. It said third from the right. This is the right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Checking them all. There's a body in the pool now. There's a comparatively fresh corpse floating in the pool. The back of her head seems to have been bashed in, revealing white skull and pink brain tissue through the parts in her hair. She must have been struck pretty hard. Her student ID is floating right next to her with big bold letters making it legible from a distance. Tekain Municipal Middle School, Chayaki Hiyama. Anything else in the pool? No. Thoroughly decayed corpse. Masakaze Prefectural High School, Juzo Nuki. Haven't even gone to the second wing yet, and I didn't even see the rest of the bottom floor. Damn. I hope I go back and Mayu for a while. Because I did not explore like half of the place. Again, checking everywhere just to see if shit changed. And there's the second wing. Not a body here this time. Door is frozen in place, it can't be opened. Shobu University Middle School, Mamoru Tusakano. The door to classroom 4A is locked. Great. Door is locked up tight. Maybe I can use that wire to pick the lock. Right, time for the Grand Lockpick Championship.
なんだか起き
You're
そう
gonna
みたい
seem like a cat burglar right now.
俺らの場合
It's more like a jailbreak than a burglar. Wow. It's more like a jailbreak than a burgle. In our case. All we're trying to do is get the hell out of here. Door seems to have been successfully unlocked. You did it.
作りが単純な古い鍵で
Fortunately, the
助か
lock
った
was
ぜ
super old and not very complicated. See if there's anything out here before I go in. No. The hell? This isn't shaped like any classroom I've ever seen. Wait, what did you just say?
だからこの部屋が変だって
Just that this room is screwy? I mean, look at it.
菱沼くん
Kishinuma, have you ever said that before? No, of course you haven't, but I know I've
この部屋よ
been in here before.
前も見たこと
This is
あ
where
る
we saw that little boy
私た
spirit.
ちここであの男の子に
なんだあのガキ
Oh crap, it's him. When the hell did he get here? No, you can't go near him. We have to get out of this room immediately. There's something very wrong in here.
気はするけど
Yeah, even I can tell that much. But look over there in the
なんかあ
corner.
るんだよな
There's something in
ちょ
here.
っと調べてくるから
I want to check it out. You stay here.
やばいと思ったら
If things start to get out of hand, just forget about me and make a break for it, okay?
また勝手に決
We'll
めた
put you in charge. Fine, go if you want. Just be careful, and whatever you do, make sure you don't look into that kid's eyes. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Its exact purpose is unknown, but there's a large, conspicuous lever attached to it. Probably couldn't hurt to pull this, right? The lever slides down easily. Did that do anything? I don't know, just get back here. With pleasure. Get the fuck out of there. Doors frozen in place and can't be opened. There's a red chalk drawing on the board that looks like some kind of tomato smashed against a wall. Based on the crudely colored shapes and uneven lines, it was likely drawn by an elementary school student. An arrow's pointing to the tomato with a big label written in sloppy letters. Girl Goad Splat. Fully fossilized remains of another student. Renaissance Elementary School, Takashi Hanada. Make sure you don't meet his gaze, or your soul will be broken. Doors frozen in place and can't be opened. Before I go in there, let's see what's over here. Not a damn thing. The lever appears to have opened a trapdoor wall, just wide enough for a person to fit through. Looks like there's ghosts somewhere. I don't like it though, it gives me the creeps, even more than the pool or that classroom. Yeah, but there's a chance it might lead outside. Look at how many, it's for this chapter alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 save files so far. Alright, I'll go first. Make sure it's safe. And make sure it's safe. You wait here. No way, I'm not letting you go by yourself. When it comes to ghosts and curses, you're about as clueless as they come. It's an old space heater. Wow, without any fuel, it won't light. It's a small chest of some sort. What the heck is this? It's a small, finely detailed accessory case made from tortoiseshell. Its design is long outdated, but the quality of its craftsmanship suggests it must have been very expensive back in its day. Slightly shaking, it produces this loud, distinct rattle. There's definitely something in there, and based on the sound and the light weight of this thing, it's got to be really tiny. Not sure if we'll need whatever it is, but we might as well take it with us just in case. A noise from inside the closet. Turning the dials accomplishes nothing. Without electricity, it's just a box. But wasn't the sound of the TV static audible from the hall only a few moments ago? Bitter. It's bitter. It's wearing down my back teeth. Crunch, 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 crunch. That's why I said we should stop this. I want to go to karaoke again, but not with all those aphids around. Ugh, my toenails are gone, so I can't walk. What? I quickly turned around to find Shinozaki excitedly mumbling something to herself in a low tone. Her whole body was slanted, with her head leaning against the wall, and she was completely focused on one specific section of empty floor. Shinozaki? Mind your own business, goddammit! What do you mean? Should I not have taken this chest or something? What's wrong? Shinozaki then began repeatedly banging her head against the wall. The motion was almost rhythmic, as if in time with the ticks on the clock of a metronome. Hey, cut it out! The hell's wrong with you? Always, you always do this. What is it you said? Because we're friends? Well, I can take care of myself. What's with that look? You just hold on a second. Ugh, my throat is burning up. It stinks, it's rancid. I have to run. Why would you do this to me? You're my sister. Well, you can die too. After stumbling around almost drunkenly for a few moments, Shinozaki suddenly took off running. She leaped through the trapdoor and out into the hall. What the hell was that all about? Wait, there's no time to be standing around. I've got to go find her. She's certainly an interesting specimen. Who's there? Oh, it's this bitch. I'm not certain where she came from, nor when or how she got here. She seemed to be the same age as me. She looked mostly normal, but her eyes were much less vibrant than they should have been, appearing flat and lifeless like those of a dead fish. Was out here again calling some girl a dead fish. I said it in the first game, and I'll say it again. Imagine you're already fucking dead and someone looks at you and they just call you a dead fucking fish, bitch. A dead fish. Dead Fish 2, Electric Boogaloo. Her name was Naho Sanoki. I guess you could say I'm a medium come writer come high school student. Or something like that. Or I was anyway when I was alive. When you were alive, are you telling me you're a ghost? Regrettably, that's exactly what I am. Are you one of the little bastard's friends then? The hell did you do to Shinozaki? Why'd you trap us here in the first place? Oh my, I think there's been a misunderstanding. I, like you, am essentially a victim. Though there's a little more to it than that, of course. Oh, so we're trapped here too then, and you, More importantly right now, the girl that just ran out of here seems to have quite a gift. Oh yeah, Shinozaki. Wait, please, if you wish to have a place at her side for a long time to come, I believe it would be advantageous for you to listen to my advice. At her side for a long time to come? Alright, but can you make it quick? Such a firm, cool response is very telling. Well, I'm listening, so what's this about Shinozaki being gifted? You're familiar with the concepts of spiritual mediums, shrine maidens, and shamans, no? They're all people with the ability to lend their bodies to beings that natural science can't quite classify, beings you would call spirits or gods. They're people who take part in channeling rituals, basically possession, much like a demonic sort you see in movies. So kind of like the Atako from traditional folklore then. Exactly. You've seen it, no? Your friend can take in the thoughts of the dead that flit about in these accursed halls and output them to her own body. And no, I said thoughts, not spirits. They aren't souls, but rather the loose remnants of broken minds. Heavenly Host is a frightening, unique place. So she's indeed able to channel them. Take it from me, she has a very powerful gift. Can you really call that a gift? She's not like you, you know. Perhaps not, but if you intend to escape from here, these talents of hers could prove most advantageous, provided, of course, she learns to control them. Control them? Well, you saw what happened. She wasn't in control at all, but rather being controlled by the thoughts of another. Think of it as if she had an enormous antenna on her head with impeccable reception 24 hours a day. Except that antenna was missing not only any means of changing frequency, but any sort of on/off switch as well. At this rate, she's bound to short circuit and break down, or worse. Still, she might lose her sense of self and essentially become a mindless radio. Are you saying there's no way to get her back? I don't know. Who's to say? That all depends on her and on you. Well then, come with me and please help me save her. I'm sorry, I can't do that, you see. I'm also trying to find someone who's important to me. I've done all I can for you. Whether this experience ends well or gets worse, again, depends entirely on you both. I wish the best of luck. Whoa, another one? This was the big one. I literally couldn't stand up. I fell to my knees on the floor. I couldn't even tell how long it lasted. It felt like it would never end, but eventually, little by little, it did subside. I stood back up and surveyed my surroundings, but as expected, the ghost of the girl was nowhere to be seen anymore. And this particular quake felt like it shook the very foundation of the entire building. Shinozaki was all I had in my mind. She was in serious danger. I just don't know what the hell is going on anymore. But there's one thing I do know, it's that I have to be there for her no matter what. Okay. You know what really pisses me off, though? That she kept talking to me as if I were totally ignorant about psychic phenomena. Like a complete dimwit. So look at what happened to her. Too gifted for her own good, if you ask me. Well, it sounds like you and Shinozaki have had a pretty rough time in here, too. Well, you seem to have done pretty well for being by yourself. Shouldn't Morishige have been with you, though? Yeah, but he's not. I've been trying to find him. Ah, well, considering how cool and collected he is, I'm sure he's fine wherever he is. I mean, if he sees a ghost, he'll probably just furrow his brow and be like, "You remind me of a Shakespeare sonnet or something, you know?" And since you and I ran into one another already, I know you'll find him sooner or later. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm sure I'll come across him eventually. Though I guess there are a lot more places to look now that the hallways are back in one piece again. But there are two of us. The two pairs of eyes are better than one. There we go. That's more like it, Suzumoto. We all know it, though. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. Hi, Katamisiak. Welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, then let's give us everything we got and find our friends. You bet. Shake, I know you're somewhere nearby, and that's enough to keep me going. I will find you, I swear. But before we set off, I call a bathroom break. Seriously? Sorry, I've been so scared and nervous since we got here. I guess it's taken its toll on my stomach. I get this way before protection sometimes, too. I had 2 wines. Let's go! Oh, great. Mayu's the piss girl in this game now. Fair enough. Guess we'll keep an eye out for a restroom on our way, then. There's a gap in the floor here. A board has been laid across it as a makeshift bridge, but it's a bit unstable after the quake. Best to cross with care. This tower was completely packed with dust, making it virtually impassable. Fortunately, that last earthquake seems to have knocked many of them loose. With 2 people working in tandem, it shouldn't take very long to clear a path.
この机どうし
What
よ
do
う
we do with all these desks, Kichinuma?
無理すりゃこのままでも
We could
通れ
just
る
climb over them with a little effort,
崩れると危
but
ね
they
え
might all come crashing down if we make one wrong move.
片付けちゃ
Yeah,
う
let's move them out of the way.
よかった
Yeah, we found the little girl's room. If you'll excuse me for a minute then. Sure, I'll wait nearby. If anything happens, just call out.
ちょっと離れててよ
Don't wait too close though, okay? It'd be kind of embarrassing if you know you heard me.
いやどうしよ
Problems always start in the fucking bathrooms in these games. Guess my stomach must be in pretty
う
bad
し
shape.
ちゃったかな
Almost there.
やばうわ使えるトイレがあって
I'm so glad there was a usable toilet in here.
よいしょっと
Alright, good to go. What's this?
どっかにお腹ぶつけたのかな
Did I hit my stomach on something? It's all red. When did this happen and how? Even if I had hit my stomach on something, who ever heard of someone's belly getting bruised? Literally any normal person that has ever gotten a bruise. You can get bruises literally anywhere on your body. Your skin is an organ. I took a closer look and found myself momentarily breathless. Anywhere? Yeah, I believe so. Like, if you smack like your shoulder into something really hard, your skin is gonna have some kind of discoloration. What? What in the world happened to me? The reddish purple bruise was like fault lines emanating out in all directions, with my belly button serving as the epicenter. It almost looked like a weirdly colored spider web attached to my skin. Poop hole balls? Well, I don't know about that. Those are very fragile areas that I feel like the internal areas would be more affected than the external areas. What's wrong?
なんでもない
Nothing, I'll be out in a sec.
お待たせ
Sorry to keep you waiting, I feel much better now. Glad to hear it.
岸沼くん
But didn't I tell you to keep your distance?
いや
What? I did. You were just kind of loud there for a second. You seemed startled. Is everything
大
okay?
丈夫だ
ごめんごめん
Oh yeah, sorry to have worried you. So, how about you? Are you good on the bathroom situation, or do you need to go too?
あ
Well, the boys' room is kind of occupied. When you open the stall door, there's this guy's voice that yells out, "Shut the goddamn door!"
落ち着けないね
Oh, I can see how that might make it tough to go. Well,
篠崎さん探し
let's
まし
just
ょ
put that on out of our minds and focus on finding Shinozaki, okay? Sounds good. Why is there a whole pissing segment in this game? It's the whole game.
あのあざのこと黙って
Why am I not saying anything to him about the bruise on my stomach? Is it because I'd be too embarrassed to show it to a boy? No, that's not it. My mind was racing with worst case scenarios popping into my head one after the other. I kept hoping this was all my imagination, all nothing but a nightmare. But it sure felt real, and that was the scariest thing of all. Maybe I was sick, maybe I needed to go to the hospital. I couldn't stand all this uncertainty. But I didn't say anything about it. I just walked with Kishinuma all throughout the school building in search of Shinozaki. I thought maybe if I went to him, I might run into Shig along the way, or at least find some clue as to his whereabouts, but no such luck. Our search eventually led us back down to floor 1. Having covered all our other bases, we set our sights on the pool, but just as we approached the locker room... Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, it came from in there.
この中みてえだな
What the fuck? BDSM? A girl who looked to be around middle school age had been laid flat on the floor. Both her arms were bound and her eyes and stomach were covered with sash-like strips of cloth. She was obviously being held against her will. Monka TOS. I have all the proper labels and shit. She was kicking both legs, and this game isn't... None of these games, this entire series, isn't banned on Twitch, so it should be fine. She was kicking both legs and writhing all around, frantically, trying to break loose from bindings, but it didn't seem likely that she would succeed. You know what's weird? You can show in games people getting decapitated and don't report me. You can show like in games and in horror games you can show people hanging, being decapitated, all this shit, but you can't show your nipple on Twitch. Sus. Oh god, we have to save her. It was only after saying that I noticed the bruises on her legs. Those weird markings look an awful like the ones on my stomach, or am I just paranoid? Regardless of what caused them or how they might relate to my own injuries, this girl had markings like rope burns clearly visible on her slender thighs. Whoever heard of having bruises on your legs? You can have bruises on your legs. I have had bruises on my legs. They were peculiar bruises that looked almost like letters, as if they signified something that was just beyond our ability to decipher. Hey, Earth is Suzumoto. Sorry. Hang in there, I'm going to loosen those bindings right now. Wait, stop, take a closer look. This isn't going to be easy. Kishinuma grabbed my arm to hold me back. I was a bit confused, but did as he suggested, and it didn't take me long to see the problem. The strips of cloth holding this girl to the floor actually seemed to be rolls of gauze. And whoever bound her like this really did a number. The gauze were stretched haphazardly all across the room's furnishings. Several strands of it were then projected upward to the top of the nearest cubby shelf, where they were wrapped around the neck of a plaster bust. And from there they extend up to the ceiling, where they were wrapped tightly around the handle of a bucket suspended in the air, suspended right above the girl. In other words, if we pulled on any of the bandages the wrong way or moved any desks, the plaster bust might fall, and if that happened, the bucket would spill right onto her. I wonder what the hell is in there. Maybe it's nothing. But what if it's not? Help! The girl was thrashing wildly, unable to move or see, and too scared to call out. Sadly, this wasn't helping at all. It only served to pull the plaster bust closer and closer to the edge of the shelf. It was impossible to say whether or not she had any inkling to the threat that loomed literally right above her head. It seemed increasingly likely that this was the intent behind the trap. If the victim attempted to escape, she would only wind up killing herself. What do we do? What can we do? Don't panic, we just need to find some way of getting that bucket from down from the ceiling. Can you reach, though? I think we should remove the bandages on her face first and try to calm her down. Either way, there's no time to lose. We have to do something, and we have to do it now. We can worry about the bandages later, but if that bucket falls, it's all over. We gotta do something about it pronto. You're right. I'll hold down the statue on the shelf then. Alright, I'll try to get the bucket down. Make sure you hold on tight. Be careful. God damn it. I can just barely reach the bottom of it. I can't get anywhere near the handle. Don't try anything funny with it or it might spill. I know. God forbid there's sulfuric acid in there or something. But the slightest spill would mean game over. We could try stacking a few desks or chairs. Yeah, I think that may be our only option here. The hell? Every single one is stuck fast to the floor. They won't budge. Just brought to the mind all the doors and windows that were so firmly frozen in place. They might as well have been cement walls. I didn't need convincing. I knew that what Kishinuma said was true. Those desks and chairs weren't going anywhere. I had no other choice but to step in. Kishinuma, how about I piggyback on your shoulders on top of one of the desks? But you're wearing a skirt. Now's not the time to worry about that. We need to get this done before the statue falls, right? Got it. What the hell is wrong with this desk? Is the floor buckled or something? Don't worry, Suzumoto. I've got you. Just try focus on what you're doing. Okay. I swallowed nervously, then reached my hands over my head, careful not to make any sudden movements. I could reach the bucket's handle just fine, fortunately. Now all that remained was untying and getting it down without spilling whatever happened to lie within. God, what the hell is in here? It's really heavy. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't liquid. This was a solid, tangible weight. It felt almost like the whole thing was filled to the brim with lead. I tried my hardest to maintain balance while adjusting to this unexpected new mass in my hands, but I can't. It was no use. The bucket was slipping loose from my grip, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Inevitably, my hands gave out, and the bucket was airborne. Someone had coated it in slippery water or oil, making it virtually impossible to hold on to. Whoever set this trap had apparently anticipated this very scenario and planned for it accordingly. We were meant to find this girl, we were meant to try rescuing her, and we were meant to fail miserably. This was all one big joke to someone. The bucket flipped over in mid-air, raining its contents down onto the unknowing, unsuspecting victim below. Directly onto her face. Her cries only lasted for 1 or 2 seconds. They were followed by a few convulsions in her legs and then stillness. Thousands of assorted nails, razors, scissors, and tacks all struck the poor girl's face, piercing her soft cheeks and eyes, filling her mouth. It took almost no time at all for what was left of her pale, perfect skin to be dyed crimson. No, why? I did this. I killed her. You mental? This isn't our fault. God, no, it wasn't meant to be this way. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Wrong end. Let's go. This is so bad. Wrong end 3. Okay, so I could have gotten multiple wrong ends by this point. When did I last save? Fuck. Okay, right. Okay, I only save at the decisions, so... Resume from this data, yes. Yeah, if she keeps kicking like that, this will be over before we know it. Alright then, sit tight, we'll get the bandages off. Help! She should have heard every word Kishinuma was saying, but she didn't seem to be calming down in the slightest. With all the layers of bandages crisscrossed over her ears, maybe she couldn't understand us. Unable to see, unable to hear, and too frightened to scream. I think I'd squirm too if I were in her position. Damn, but this is really wrapped up tight. Okay, I think I got it. Can you see me? Help, what's happening? It's so dark! Calm down, you need to stop thrashing around like that. I'm so scared, just get me out of here. Save me. Nari, Hikari, Chihaya, someone, anyone! Crap. You need to stay calm. Look at me. Try not to panic. Take slow, deep breaths. There you go. That's good. Everything's going to be alright. We're working on setting you free right now. Okay. Gradually, the girl began to calm down. I gently stroked her cheek where I just slapped it. Tears were welling in both our eyes. I closed mine and nodded my head. Good girl, you just need to hang in there a little longer. We'll have you out really soon. As long as you hold still, there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, I'm okay now. I'll be right here at your side. Just try to keep positive. Kishinuma, would you mind pushing the statue a little so it doesn't fall off the shelf? Oh yeah, I'm on it. This is really wrapped tight, but there, I think that should do it. Are you alright? Can you stand? No, not really. My knees are shaking too much. Well then, how about just sitting up for a bit? Give those knees time to recover. I put my arms around her, and only then did I realize what she meant. She was shaking from head to toe more violently than I'd ever felt before. She must have been so frightened, out of her mind. What was that? Thank you so very much.
そうだよね。
It must have been really, really scary for you, but it's okay now.
こんな大人っぽい
Never seen Suzumoto act so adult.
初めて見た
Guess it's her maternal instincts kicking in. Women are amazing. Period.
女ってすげえよな
Well, this has been fun. Enjoy your bruising BDSM piss game. No! Thank you, Kat. It's not a piss game.
森重に頼りっぱなしのこいつも
Even with her constantly depending on
み
Morishige,
たいな人になんのかな
I could totally see her turn into someone like Miss Yui when she gets older.
本当にありがとうございました。お二人は命の恩人です。
Thank you both so much for what you've done. You've saved my life. I'm just glad you're alright.
まさかリアルで命
I
の
never expected someone to tell me I saved their life and mean it literally, that's for sure.
私は小笠原奈々って言います。
My name is Nana Ogasawara. I'm a 7th grader at Musashigawa Girls Junior High
私
School.
は鈴本舞。
I'm Mayu Suzumoto. It's nice to meet you.
で、こ
Uh,
っちの柄
and
の
this
悪いお姉さん
delinquent-looking fellow is Yoshiki Kishinuma.
柄の悪いは
Oh, come on, what kind of interjection is that? I think you've been hanging out with Morishiki too much. Hard to believe you're a 7th grader, though. That means you're 1 year below Satoshi's sister. Yet you're so much taller and you seem so with it.
やっぱりゆかちゃん
I guess Yuka must be in this school somewhere too, huh? I hope she didn't get herself separated from Mochida. Kishinuma and Suzumoto, are you two searching for your friends as well? Yeah, 5 friends from class, 1 homeroom TA, and our 1 classmate's little sister. We're not exactly sure what's going on here just yet, but I guess we're trying to find us too. They're trying to find us too. See, I've been separated from my friends as well, and wound up the way you found me while I was looking for them. Yeah, what the hell kind of sicko did that to you anyway? I really don't know. I was just wandering around trying to find Nari and the others when someone reached out from behind me and covered my eyes. Whoever it was incredibly strong. I really couldn't fight back. If I had to guess, I'd say it was probably a really big man. A really big man, huh? Any ideas, Suzumoto? I mean, the only living people I've met here so far are Kishinuma and this girl. Guess there's more to worry about in here than just lost souls and that ghost brat. Nana suddenly planted both arms firmly at her sides, shrunk into herself, and began shaking again. She was probably thinking about what just happened to her. I don't think we need to talk about that right now, Kishinuma.
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I think I'm going to take our new friend to the pool for a moment. Will you wait here, please? What? Let's go, it's raining outside, so there's clean water, you know? Ah, okay. No, wait just a minute, it's dangerous out there. If you're thirsty, I'll go gather some rainwater and bring it back for you. Wait right here. You're going to wait for us to come back, understood? If anything happens, we'll call for you, I promise. Alright, already. Just be careful, okay?
気をつけろよ
Sorry about that. Kishinuma means well. He's just a little dense. Oh, it's alright. I'm sorry, too, to be such a bother. Oh, it's no bother. If something as scary as that had happened to me, I'd done the same. But we're alone out here, so feel free to wash up as much as you need to. I'll look the other way if you'd like. Yes, please, if you would. Righto. I walked over to the wall, where the roof's overhang offered some protection from the rain, and waited for Nana to finish up. Taking this time to look around, I noticed that the whole building was surrounded by dense forest. Theoretically, we could climb the fence here and leave. We'd just be trading a creepy dark school for creepy dark woods. Could we survive out there? And would we actually be able to get home? I just wanted to find Shig. He'd be able to look at the situation coolly and rationally, without flipping out and getting emotional like me. I just need to find him, to see his face. Shig. I was starting to get teary-eyed again when I noticed Nana lazily running towards me. As she neared, she slowed to a walk. It's cold. Your body heat will dry you off in no time, and we can spray on a little perfume, too. We were both completely soaked from head to toe, but I was confident we'd dry off quickly enough once we got back inside the school building. And since I happened to have some travel fragrance in my pouch, I took it out and spritzed on a little around Nana's skirt.
この香り
Oh, I think I know the scent. It's Rose's Sunlight Yellow, right? Bingo, it's my current favorite fragrance.
私も好きです
I like it a lot too. My allowance is pretty small though, so I'm using a cheaper one right now.
ここを脱
Well,
出
once we make
した
it
ら
out
さ
here, I'll gladly
私
share
の
mine
分
with
けてあ
you.
げる本当ですか
Really? That's so kind of you. I'll make sure to wear some at our next drama club performance. It'll be my first time on stage, so I'm sure I'll need it.
演劇部
You're in drama club? Wow, I'm actually in our high school's drama club myself. You are? I bet you're an actress.
役もやるけど
Well, I do act, but I also write scripts and make costumes. We don't have a lot of members, but I don't mind. I love everything about
演
stage
劇に
drama.
関するすごい何でもできちゃうんで
That's
すね
amazing. You can do all
ナナ
that?
ちゃん
Nana, oh, you don't mind if I call you by your first name, do you?
はいも
Of
ちろん
course not.
私のことも
You're welcome to
マユって呼んでね
call me Mayu too. Anyway, you really have an amazing figure.
もしよ
I'd
かったら今度
love it if you'd let me make some clothes for you sometime.
いいんですか
Oh wow, would you? Though there are probably much slimmer girls out there that your talents would be better suited to.
ナリちゃんって言って
Like my old friend
私
Nari.
の幼馴染なんですけど
She's practically a jewel. She's so
それ
pretty.
から
My friend
千早ちゃんっていう子は
Chihaya is super
お姉さんみ
cute,
たいに
like a
可愛くて
princess.
じゃあそのお友達も
Well, let's
探
just
して
find those friends of
一緒に
yours,
帰ろう
and I'll go back home together.
私と
Kishinuma
君
and I
も
will be
協力
glad
す
to
るから
help you in your search
ナナ
if
ち
you
ゃん
help us in
私
ours.
の友達探すの手伝ってくれる
So, it said in this game we're dealing with multiple different timelines, and we can change things depending on how we do things. If I remember right, weren't there memoirs in the first game that had Nana, Chihaya, and Nari's name on them, and they all died? And I think Nari ate one of her friends. Someone ate one of her friends, but multiple different timelines, I think, are clashing with each other, and they're all on top of each other in this now one or multiple singular timelines all crashing into one another here in the other dimension. So, because on the official Steam page or the game wiki, it said that we are dealing with past, present, future, prequel, present, and sequel things all going on at once. So these are all different timelines all crashing on top of each other.
はいマユさん
Sure thing, Mayu.
風邪ひいちゃ
Come
う
on,
から
let's head back in before we catch colds. It's a little confusing, but it will all tie together probably by the end of the game.
そういえばナナちゃん
Oh, and Nana, I noticed you have some bruises on your thigh. Did something happen? Huh? What? I didn't even notice they were there.
ひょっとしたら
Maybe I got them when I was captured? I was pretty hysterical, so I don't have a very clear memory of everything that
覚えてないんで
happened.
すけどそう
Okay, sorry to ask such an awkward
変な
question.
こと聞いちゃったね
Well, I know these bruises are like, Mayu gets turned into a bunch of guts slammed against a wall. I don't know what happens to Nana, but obviously something cuts open her thighs and she probably bleeds to death. Or she's hung by her thighs somewhere. I don't know. But, yeah, the body remembers trauma, bitch. Who remembers trauma? Physical, emotional, mental. All done.
ああ遅かったから心配したぜ
About time, you were out there for way too long. I was starting to get really worried.
女の子の身だしなみは
Well, the
時間が
woman's
かかる
beauty
の
takes time to mold. Anyway,
ねえ
uh,
岸沼くん
while we're out searching for Shik and the others, do you mind if we also keep watch for Nana's friends?
当たり前だろ
Of course, I don't mind. Let's find everybody who doesn't belong here and get the hell out.
行くか
You two ready to go? You bet. It's a pile of twisted mango gauze bandages that resulted from Nana's rescue. Okay, I wanted to go up here. I think I've gone up there already. Let's just see what happens. It's kind of annoying that you have to search everywhere again just for random shit to happen. Door is frozen. Something up here now. There's a crumbled up scrap of paper inside one of the shoe cubbies. It's a bit heavy, suggesting it serves as packing for some object wadded up within. Unraveling it reveals a small pile of long, whitish, stubby objects that at first seem like they may be candles or something, but in actuality... Are these fingers? Human fingers? 10 in total, every finger from both of some unfortunate victims' hands. The bulb is still very much wet, too, indicating that not much time had passed since these digits were severed. Wet soil was lodged underneath each fingernail, and faint remnants of color were there, further indicating that the owner of these fingers had painted nails. These nails. Nana? It's probably nothing. Don't worry. We're not gonna take the fingers? What if the fingers come in useful? I haven't been to the second wing yet, so I'm gonna head that way. Hey, Kishinuma, what's that? I can't really make it out very well, but something down there is definitely reflecting light. I wonder if we can get it. I seriously doubt it. This hole looks like it doesn't bottom out for a while. There could be a whole storehouse down there. Maybe if I had some kind of ladder or rope. Enormous gap in the floor. It won't be possible to get across. Hey, let's go to the second wing. How about no? How about no? When everything just break for a second. The door to classroom 5A is frozen in place. Might just be a decoration. The door to the custodian's closet is frozen in place, just like a decoration on the wall. The trapdoor seems to have completely vanished without a trace, like it never even existed. I don't get it. When Shirazaki and I came in here before, this room was different. Are you certain you're on the right path? Is it really okay to trust her? The back of his head seems to be completely smashed in, suggesting he was probably killed from behind with a blunt weapon. Tsukine Municipal Middle School, Toru, I don't know, Arai. Looks like someone used a shard of glass or something to carve a message into the teacher's podium. To any and all Takani Middle School students, I'm okay. I'm going to go find Hugo. If you're reading that. There's something all over every one of these shelves. It's like someone emptied out buckets full of small black beans. On closer inspection, they seem to be dead flies, hundreds upon hundreds of them. Door's locked up tight.
拾ったカニ
Maybe that cube we found will work here. No good. Guess it's the wrong lock. Time to search every nook and cranny again. The music changed. Okay, okay. This is most likely a female student. Though anything behind that was impossible to determine, as everything above the waist was missing. Whoever killed this girl must have done it recently, as the wound was still fresh, and blood all over the floor was still wet. Her exposed intestines seemed to have been pulled out of her body and draped onto the floor, where they were then crushed flat like a worm under a big shoe.
この制服
This uniform is from my school. No, who is it? Who is it?
落ち着いて
It's okay, Nana. Try to stay calm.
悪い方に考えんじゃね
Yeah, try not to think of the worst case scenario right off the bat. There's no reason to
え
assume
お
this
前
is
の
one of your
たちじゃねえ
friends.
かもしんねえだろ
Nana was wrought with grief. She was shaking uncontrollably, to such an extent that her teeth were chattering. We gently led her out of the classroom. I wanted to get out of there myself, to be honest. Seeing a human body was so horribly mutilated was more than I could handle. Partially hidden on their body is a student ID. Musashigawa Girls Middle School, Hadoka Manome. Probably best to make sure Nana never sees this. Hello? The door to classroom 1B is frozen in place. There's an old yellow class newsletter. Okay, nothing changed in here. Nothing going on in here. It's the girl I covered with a sheet earlier. The science lab door is locked up tight. Maybe the key we found will work here. No good, guess it's the wrong lock. The door to the infirmary is frozen in place as if it was a decoration. Hello. White Knight of Suite Zero. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Ah, this old game. To me, it's new. I've never played it before. I'm good. How about you, fluffy big man? I'm doing good. Nice to see you over here. I'm just searching everywhere. I'm kinda stuck at the moment. I'm just seeing, you know, where I have to be. Don't worry, I'm just a boomer with trauma of older generation stuff. I feel that. Yeah, I can't go here. It won't be possible to get across. Forgot about that. Yeah, this messes people up since most new people nowadays don't take their time. I take my time. Every time like something new happens, because uh, you know this, if you know this game, it basically says we're dealing with prequel, present, and future stuff, like prequel and sequel all in one, because it's different multiple timelines all crashing on top of each other. So we're dealing with the past timeline, the present timeline, and a future timeline, and it's all overlapping. Which makes it a little confusing if you don't, like, you know, read the context of the game. This game will test your patience, quick reactions, and decision making. Yeah. Or watch the anime. Yeah, I've never seen the anime, I've just seen the games. Anything going on in here? No. It's completely boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. There are deep scratches on the ground nearby with several fingernails and even a few teeth adorning them, indicating the ferocity of her struggle. There's also a student ID name tag. Matsukaze Prefectural High School, Rina Seiki. Also, yeah, I'm from Vinny to Tails to you now. Hope we get along. Yeah, we will. There's some sort of thick, buttery buildup in the drain. It smells rancid. I forgot. Are you in past mode or present mode right now? What do you mean? There's a small amount of standing water in the sink, indicating a clogged drain. It's littered with dead flies. Kill, kill, kill. Is your character right now in the present, or past, or future? I have no clue. It doesn't really indicate that. This is the first time you stream of it? I'm on chapter 2 right now, so this is the second time I'm streaming it. But I have no idea what you mean by, like, what mode I'm in of past, present, or future. Oh, finally, something's happening. Probably just don't have it yet. Probably. I don't know. This is only the second chapter. Don't you dare try to take it from us. You all still have your own bodies. I know she'll accept me. She has to. I want that body. I want it. I'm afraid you won't be going any farther. Huh. You can change what location or tools that you find in these places once you talk to the past. I have not come across that mechanic at all yet, so I've got no clue. Yeah, not yet. Right now I'm just stuck. Oh, never mind. Maybe we can use these as a makeshift rope. I gathered up the loose bandages and handed them to Kishinuma. Kishinuma then obediently pulled them taut in a few places to test their tensile strength. There's definitely enough here to work with, and as long as we fold it over enough times, I don't think there'd be any risk of it tearing. Where do you need to go? Any objective? I'm not really exactly sure yet, but you know, if I need help, I'll ask. I just kind of like to roam around the game and figure it out myself. But thank you for the help. There are 2 strips too. We could probably twist them together, and the end result should be as sturdy as a real rope. So we folded both strips of gauze in half, then twisted the 2 double-ply strips together to form something that resembled a braid. I've done something similar to this before when making rope-like decorations for theater costumes, so it didn't prove to be particularly difficult. It almost felt like a rope making 101. In 10 minutes time, presto, we had a do-it-yourself rope in our hands. I know, I was just curious what you were trying to do. I'm not one to say anything unless I really see you struggling for a while. Yeah. With our handy-dandy rope, one of us should be able to get down into that hole and fish out whatever that glinting thing is, no? Maybe, but there's nothing to tie the rope to onto this end, so I think somebody up here is going to have to hold on to it. If Nana and I work together, we should be able to hold the rope long enough for you to get whatever's down there and climb back up, I think. So you've already decided I'm the one who's going, huh? Would the 2 of us really be able to hold him, though? Wouldn't it be better for the boy to hold the rope and one of us girls get the object? I don't know if I could do it. Honestly, I'm not very good at sports or anything, even if I made it down. I'm not sure I could climb back up. Will note of advice, you need to react quickly, that's all I'll say. I'll be here watching. Oh yeah, I had one time trial event, but nothing really happened from that. But, you know, if I get a time trial thing in the future where I actually have to be fast, I'll probably just, you know, save before I do it and then we have to redo it a few times. Then how about I go? You, do you think you'd be able to? You were just bound with these bandages not too long ago and almost died. Would you really want to have them tied around your body again? I should be fine. I'll do whatever I have to do if it means I can see Nari and the others again. If I can relate, I'll do whatever I have to in order to see Shiga again, too. You're very brave, Nana, especially for how young you are. It's kind of incredible, but Kishinuma, I really think I should be the one to go. Shig, everyone always bends over backwards to help me. From Shig's point of view, I must really seem like a helpless child sometimes. But just this once, I want to be the reliable one. I want to protect Nana and lead her home safely. I don't really mind either way, honestly. Let's not try to be the hero.
これだけ
Alright, that
強
should
く
be
結
tight
んで
enough
いけ
to
ば
ensure it stays
サンキュ
tied.
ーじゃ
Thanks, I'm going to take the first
降
step
りてくるわ
now. I leave the rope or the bandages, I guess, in your capable hands.
気をつけてね
Roger that, be
何か
careful,
あったら
okay? If anything happens, give the rope a tug to let us know and we'll pull you up.
お前らの力じ
I
ゃ
don't
無理
think
だ
you
って
two are quite capable of that. If anything happens, I plan to climb back up like a
離
madman.
さないでくれよ
So just make sure to hang on tight.
うっし
Okay, Suzumoto, I'm on solid ground. Everything alright? Do you see
暗く
anything?
てよくわかんない
It's too dark
け
to
ど
tell just yet, but I'm going to feel
今から
around a
調べ
bit.
てみる
Not that this is a pleasant prospect, though it's too dark to see the area clearly. This entire space has an oppressive feel to it. Large number of dead bodies. Most seem to have died long ago, having decayed into proper skeletons, but a small handful seem fresh, as if they were alive only yesterday. Man, how many decades have these bodies been
何十年
here?
前から
Can't take the rope. So recent, in fact, that there's still a hint of body heat coming off of her. All of her fingers have been cut off, and her tongue seems to have been removed as well. Her student ID name tag, Hikari Kirigami.
朝原と同じ学校
Same school uniform as Ogasawara. Come to think of it, I didn't think
更衣室で助けて
she called out to someone named Hikari. Didn't she call out to someone named Hikari? Wow, I cannot read. Hikari when we saved her? God damn it, how the hell do you tell someone that their friend is dead?
なんて
There's something lying on the ground next to her body. It seems to be the glinting object that called attention to this room in the first place. Acquired bottle. What the hell is this? Perfume, maybe?
あったぜ
I got it. It's a bottle with some kind of watery liquid in it. Can you make it back up? Yeah, no
上
problem.
から見るより
It's
高く
nowhere
ね
near
え
as
み
deep
て
as
え
I,
し
it
な
looked from above.
おっとっと
Whoa, hold it steady, you two. I can't climb with it shaking like
登りにく
this.
いな
Oof. After a split second, what seemed almost weightless came a hard slam onto the ground. And following momentarily after was the other end of the rope. Did the girls let go? Fortunately, it happened while still fairly low to the ground, resulting in bruises. Albeit painful ones, rather than broken bones. Suzumo, what's the big eye?
おい
Ogasawara.
小笠原
No response. Ogasawara's body was simply going into repeated convulsions, and her face had been smashed in like a watermelon. Her skull was clearly split wide open.
なんだよ
What the hell?
小笠原が
Ogasawara, what the hell is going on here? Hey, Suzumoto! Help, save me, Kishinuma. Suzumoto!
おい鈴本
Hey, Suzumoto, what the hell happened? What's going on up there? Make it stop.
鈴本
Suzumoto,
やめろ
whoever you are, get your fucking hands off of her. The hell do you think you're
ふざけん
doing?
じゃねえぞてめえ
Did you know this was bad choice, or you wanted to see what happens? No, I am in this completely blind. Shig, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
バカ野郎
Don't be a dumbass. You can't give up now. I'm going to reunite
絶対
you
に
with
俺が
Morishige, I
森重に
swear.
合わせてうわ
What the hell? Is this blood?
なんだこりゃ血
Blood spilled from above us as if someone were dumping a whole bucket of it down the hole. And mixed in with its blood various meat-like chunks of various shapes and sizes. Chunks that were clearly pieces of a person's body. Suzumoto!
鈴本
Damn. Wrong end 4. She was not built with strong arms. True. Step up. Okay, that should do it. Isn't it a little tight? It's hurting my stomach. Better than stepping out and falling, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. Alright, lower me down slowly, okay? Please be careful, Mayu. I've tied some knots at regular intervals to help make it easier for you to climb back up. Okay, that sounds great. Thanks, Nana. And there we go. I made it. Everything okay? How's it look down there? It's kind of dark and there's a really nasty smell. It was too dark to see my surroundings clearly, but I could instantly sense an oppressive atmosphere all around me. This was not a good place to be. Large numbers of dead bodies. Ugh. Here too. Okay, she just says same thing about all of them. All of her fingers have been cut off and her tongue seems to have been removed as well. Her student ID, name tag, Hikairi Kirigami. It's the same school uniform as the one Nana wears. When we rescued her, she called out several names. Wasn't one of them Hikari? I don't think I can bring myself to tell Nana about this. There's something on the ground next to Hikari's body, reflecting what little light there is down here. Is this what we saw from above? Small glass bottle filled to about the 2/3 mark with a clear liquid. Wonder what this is. Looks like it could be water. Having acquired the item we sought, not wanting to stay down in this hole even a moment longer than I had to, I gave the rope a triumphant tug. Kishinuma, I got it. It's going Suzumo. Now get the hell out of there, or do you want me to pull you up? No, I should be fine. It's not even 10 meters deep down here. I can climb it. Almost there. Grab my hand. Nice job climbing out of there. I'm so beat though. I didn't seem that high, but my arms and legs are trembling right now. I'll definitely be feeling this tomorrow. Well, you did good. So, what did you end up finding? Well, this. What the heck is that, sake? Doesn't smell or anything. I think it's just water. Oh, no, that's holy water. Holy water? My friend Hikari had a bottle just like it. It's a kind of protective charm, supposedly infused with the power of a famous spiritual medium. It has the ability to ward off evil, and some people believe it grants luck with money or love when kept in your bag. Sounds pretty sketchy to me. No, it's totally legit. It's been endorsed by that spirit medium who appears on TV. Naho Sanoki. Oh, she died. Sanoki? Oh yeah, her. I guess if she says it's the real deal, then it's possible there must be something to it. You've heard of her, Kishinuma? I'm a little surprised by that, I have to admit. Is this something you can buy? You can get it online, but in Hikari's case, her dad works at a TV station and got a bottle of it directly from Naho after taping. Do you think this could be Hikari's bottle? Don't tell me Hikari's down there. I don't know. Maybe it's someone else's, or maybe Hikari dropped her bottle down the hole. Shinozaki's really into this stuff too. There are probably a lot of girls who bought these. Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, what to do with holy water? Okay, I've read this before. Okay, nothing changed in this room. Hmm. What's going on here? Nothing. Gotta watch this little animation every time just to move places. Oh wait, I'm stupid, I remember. We have to go up here. To ward off spirits, the holy water. The spirits that are guarding the stairwell. So much to do and so much to remember in these games. You can literally forget the easiest thing. Damn it all, it doesn't look like they'll be letting us through too easily. Shame these aren't real flames, or we could just douse them with water. How about we try using the holy water on them? It was recommended by a spiritual medium after all. I don't need to go back here, so I can overwrite this. So hot, it burns like acid. Damn you all, you're still alive, isn't that enough? May death soon come for you too. With this, one of the red spirit frames flew directly at me in what was clearly meant as a hostile action. Suzumoto, watch out! Kishinuma quickly leaped in front of me, hands out, taking the full brunt of the spirit's attack in my place. Then all three flames disappeared. Simply disappeared. Ugh. Kishinuma! Kishinuma! Geez, take it easy, I'm fine. I just burned my hand a little, that's all. I'm so sorry, I should have been paying closer attention. I've got some stick-on bandages in my bag somewhere. Let's see. Huh? What?
どうした？
What's wrong?
ちょっと
Oh, nothing. Here you go.
私貼ります。
Please, allow me.
やけどした
Just show me where you got
サンキュー
burned.
な。
Thanks a bunch, and Suzumoto, seriously, what's wrong?
私
Well, I seem to have lost my student ID. I probably dropped it when I was climbing down into that
お
hole.
前、その手
Isn't
に持ってるのは学生証
That
じゃ
it
ん。
in your hands?
拾った
No,
の。
this belongs to a
玄
deceased
関で亡くな
girl
ってた女の子
in the school entryway. I picked it up earlier. I held with the student ID so Kishinuma could get a better look at it. It was clear from its design alone, after all, that it wasn't a Kisaragai ID.
そっとしておいた方が良かったか
I
も
probably
し
should
れ
have
ない
just left it there, but well, I was all alone and scared. I thought maybe I'd learn something useful from it, you know?
何か
間違ってねえよ。
No, I think that's perfectly reasonable. We've got to do whatever it takes to reunite with everyone and get the hell out of the school.
貸してみな。
You mind if I take a look at it? Sure, I
あんまり
I don't think
役
if
立
I
ちそうな
find
こと
anything too
書いて
helpful in
ない
it,
かも
though.
お
Some kind of doodle on this
なんかの
page.
箱
It's a box. I wonder what that means.
みたいだけど
The memo page Kishinuma opened to was ringed with bloody, sticky fingerprints, and centered among them was a rough sketch of a box drawn in ballpoint pen, along with numerous lines and text written in rough, shaky letters. They seemed to have been written with an excessive amount of force, resulting in countless black splotches and small tears on the paper. I think Ayaka is going to kill Ao. I need to hide her. Ao is mine and mine alone. She must be protected. If I hide it in that box, no one will ever find it. Ao, I love you so much. These words were written over and over again, with the ink getting blotchier and more haphazard each time.
この落書きの箱って
Doesn't the box in the picture look an awful like this one?
用務員室
I
に
mean, I
落ち
know
て
we
たもんだ
found it pretty far from the entranceway, but still.
よく似て
You're
る
right, it really does.
この穴
Isn't this a
穴
keyhole?
じゃないですかあそうみたい
Oh, hey, you're right. I wonder if
私が拾った
maybe the key I
鍵
found
が
will
合う
fit
か
in
も
the
しれ
lock.
ない
Kishinuma and Nana were both watching me expectantly as I produced the rusty key from my bag. I inserted it into the lock. It fit. Crossing my fingers, I began turning. I met with no resistance at all. It was the right key. The lid popped open, and nostalgic music started to play.
オルゴール
It's a music box? I had no idea. I think I've heard this song before too. Oh, I miss you, so more than you can know. Tell me where, oh where did you go?
やめてくれよこんな状況
This is so
で
not the time or place for karaoke.
ごめん
Sorry. Kishinuma took the music box from my hand with a sort of derisive smile on his
箱の
face.
中になんか
Something's inside this thing then, right? No good. It's too tight a squeeze. My
狭くて折れない
fingers won't fit.
逆さにして振って
Try
みた
turning it
ら
upside down and shaking it.
お出てきた
Ooh, something came out, but it's another
鍵
another key, huh?
で鍵
Who
を
hides a
手に
key
入れました
behind a
で
lock?
もこれで
But this means we can probably open some door now that we
入れるよ
previously couldn't. I placed the key in my pocket for safekeeping, and tried in vain to remind myself that I shouldn't get my hopes up, but in truth I was downright thrilled. We were making actual progress. Okay, so now we have a key.
さっきの鍵で
I've got a good feeling about this. Let's try that music box key. The key turned easily in the lock and the door came right open. Hoggers, let's go. Oh, fuck you, Ayumi. Of course Ayumi's here. There was a dead body propped against the inside of it. As the door slid open, it spilled out into the hallway. Kishinuma completely ignored this, however, stepping over it and darting into the room as fast as his legs would carry him.
篠崎
Shinozaki! In the pale darkness of the room, a figure stood in front of one of the shelves, completely engrossed in some ancient-looking tome. It was Shinozaki. The floor around her was piled high with books she'd seemingly read and discarded. Strange coming from a bibliophile who usually won't even crease a spine. That's a fucking description right there. A bibliophile who usually won't even crease a spine. She just called you like fucking dumb in the smartest way possible. That you just don't read. The curve on the other side causes a turnover on the 9 ball joints that look like fish in the hourglass ge- geoglyphy? Geoglyphy? Geoglyph? Geoglyph. I really can't read. With a white shoe instead of a needle.
篠崎、しっかりしろ。
Shinozaki, get a hold of yourself.
図書室では
No talking, this is a library, honestly.
お前ら無教養の野蛮なつまらない
What you uncultured troglodytes hope to accomplish in here with your worthless gossip, huh? Shinozaki, that's enough. You can stop this now. This isn't you. You're in pain, right? Whatever.
篠崎に取り付いてるバケモンども。
Whatever loose soul is in control of Shinozaki, I'm calling you out. Get the hell out of her right this instant, you hear me? Instant.
これは俺たちのものだ。
She's ours. I'm going to take this body. Mine.
ダメだ。僕の方が上手に使える。
So I'm wearing headphones right now, you know, playing this game. And so one of the voices sounded like it was like right fucking behind me, and I got so scared. I literally just shook and turned around. Oh, God, made me want to throw up. Not a chance. I'm much better at using her than both of you combined. It's only when we're inside this person that our pain subsides, so please, won't you let us have her?
僕たちにくれ。
Give her to us, please. What if we save
君
you?
らを助けてやる。
Help you get out of the school alive in exchange. Shut up, you selfish bastards. Look, I sympathize with you, I really do. Dying here must be a never-ending nightmare.
だけど。
What is the intention on why they make the certain sound? Yeah, exactly. But how does that give you the right to use Shinozaki like she's some kind of tool? She's a living being with a mind of her own.
そんな正論で
Oh yeah, sound of mind.
この痛み。
We're in pain, we're in agony, we're cold and hungry and mad, but you're still blessed with life. Don't you understand?
お前らの。
それでもな。
I don't give a shit about any of that. All I know is you can't have Shinozaki. I will never ever let you take her. What the hell is this ringing in my ears? Is it bugs? Is it bugs? From there, Ayumi took a sudden turn for the worse. Tossing aside the book she was reading, she began punching herself in the head with both hands. It was so quiet in here too, but just look at the colors that have been let in now. Silver, huh? Green, maybe?
やめろ、篠崎。
Stop this, Shinozaki. Shinozaki.
黄色だった
It was yellow. Shinozaki? Brother, is that you? You're late. I'm so hungry. It's been so very long since my last meal.
ここに閉じ込め
Hina sewed me up in here, you see, and I haven't eaten a single thing since then. Not a single bite, nothing at all.
食べてなくて
Brother, you look so delicious, brother. Is it strange? Is it strange that I want to kill you and taste your succulent flesh? Cut it out, Shinozaki. I'm not your brother, for starters.
兄貴ってお前。
おかえりお兄ちゃん
Miki, welcome home, brother.
なんだよミキ。また来てたのか。
Miki, you're here again?
何それ心優しい
You
妹
know,
が
your
わざわざご飯作りに来てあげ
This
たの
little
に
sister drops by just to make you dinner, and that's how you
お
greet
兄
her?
ちゃん
You've been eating your meals
ちゃん
every
と
day,
毎日
brother?
食べ
ああ、まあその
More or
辺の
less,
コンビ
yeah.
ニとかが
Some prepacked convenience store food here, a school
ま
lunch there.
た
Just
そ
as
んな
I
んじゃ
feared
栄養
then, you
偏
keep
っちゃ
going
う
like
じゃん
that, and your health
待
will
ってて
deteriorate
今お夕飯
in no
作ってる
time.
から
Well, sit tight. I'm making you a fine meal
やっ
right
ぱりお
now.
兄ちゃんは私が面倒見ない
Whatever
と
would you
学
do
校
without
楽し
me?
い
How's school
お
going?
兄ちゃんの友達
I heard you've been hanging
内
out
田
with
さ
a
ん
boy
と
named
か
Mochida and a
篠
girl
崎
named
さんってどんな
Shinozaki.
人
What kind of people are
大丈
they?
夫だよ
Everything's going to
そ
be
のうち
okay.
お父さんだ
I
って
know it. That'll come around one of
ね
these days.
お兄ちゃん
Just be patient, okay, brother?
やめろ。
Stop it. She eating him? God, Shinozaki is biting Kishinuma's neck. I gotta stop her. Blood, bitter, delicious blood.
岸沼くん
Kishinuma! Kishinuma. The two of us made a mad dash toward Kishinuma, intending to pry Ayumi away from him through any means possible. But to my astonishment, he met our panicked gaze with a With a stern, let me handle this look, reinforcing the message by raising his hand in a stop motion. Shinozaki. Well, I didn't expect that. If circumstances were different, this could be the start of a really heartwarming romantic scene. Kishinuma grabbed Shinozaki and hugged her tightly. Shinozaki, come back to me, please. You aren't any of these people. You're Ayumi Shinozaki, damn it. So warm. Bit by bit, I could see the expression on Shinozaki's face change. Her crazy possessed sneer gradually gave way to a blank, dazed countenance that then slowly but surely began sparkling with life once more. And though it was nearly imperceptible, I could swear I saw a smile start to form on her lips. Kishinuma? For a few long moments, Shinozaki stared into Kishinuma's eyes. Then, in an instant of realization, her face turned beet red. I recall the phrase, "oh crap," drifting through my head for a split second, and then... what the hell are you doing? Ow. What are you trying to pull here, pervert? Get away from me. Shinozaki. What is wrong with you? Shinozaki, you had me really worried there, but well, I'm glad you're back. Shinozaki. Kishinuma, are you alright? Suzumoto, where are you? What are you? Wait, where am I? Shinozaki, what does one say in this situation? Welcome back, I guess? What's going on? The most BS tsundere trope. True. Well, I have to admit, this all sounds really unlikely, even to me. I guess I've been under the influence of this building for quite a while, though. Yeah, let me tell you, you were getting pretty violent there. How'd you get in here, anyway? This room's been locked up since we showed up. I have no idea, but then we were in the building. But then we are in a building that can change its layout at will. I guess pretty much anything is fair game in these closed spaces. I almost feel like this school's pleasure is making the most unlikely events happen at random. I suppose when you're dealing with a supernatural, you're already dealing with something that's scientifically unlikely, so best not to rely on logic. You're starting to go over my head here. It almost sounds like I'm talking to your sister. Apparently, her dairy tsundere energy was so strong the ghosts cringe and scram away. Period. Well then, let's just put it this way. There's no way of knowing what's going on in the school. So listen carefully. We have exactly 3 objectives in here. First, we need to look into the reasons why this place is the way it is. Specifically, we need to find out more about the beings who control it. Then we need to interact with those beings and try to dig up some means of getting out of here alive. And finally, once we figured that out, we need to actually make it happen. That's pretty much it. Wow, you're in full class rep mode right now. Yep, sure is. But aren't you forgetting the most important objective, Shinozaki? I think she is. Finding all of our friends safe and sound. Yeah, good point. That should be our first step for sure. Once we found Miss Yui, Machida, and the others, then we can work on the rest. Damn straight. Add Ogasawara's friends to the mix and we'll be so many strong that nothing can stop us, right? Right. Let's not get too careless, though. None of this is going to be easy. There's only so much we can do in here, and that's not likely to change. For now, I suggest we investigate our surroundings as thoroughly as possible. Leave no stone unturned. And don't give up or give in, no matter what. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm scared to death right now, but I'm not going to let that stop me. Don't worry, we'll be behind you all the way. We can get through this together. At this, Kishinuma stood up and began scanning his eyes over the nearby shelves. Since we're here anyway, how about we start checking for clues in this room? It was a reference room after all. There's bound to be something worthwhile. How is this chapter not done yet? There are numerous scrapbooks on this shelf, each containing various newspaper and newsletter clippings. One in particular stands out. It's an old-school 3-ring binder filled with articles that are all over 30 years old. 1973 serial kidnapping and murder at Heavenly Host Elementary. That's here, right?
その事件の記事
There was an article about it in one of the classrooms too, I think. Dashing the hopes and prayers of their concerned parents, 3 of the kidnapped children returned home tonight in body bags. Local police say gave an official statement around 4 yesterday afternoon. Yuki Kano, 11, Ryo Yoshizawa, 8, and Takiko Tsuji, 7, previously reported missing, were found dead in a basement room beneath the school. The circumstances behind the murders are still under investigation, and a suspect with ties to the school's teaching staff is in questioning. First responders report a shocking, grisly murder scene and have expressed concerns at even allowing the families of the deceased to see their children. Significant mutilation is said to have occurred, and officials believe the sight of this may exacerbate the already delicate mental states of the bereaved. The sole survivor of this unspeakable crime was 7-year-old Sachiko Shinozaki, who remains in shock from this experience. So they still don't... Ayumi still has said nothing that they have the same last name, and even in the first game, when they say that they're in the old Shinozaki estate, she doesn't say anything about knowing about it, or anything of her parents knowing about it. Nothing, saying that these people are related to her. They have the same last name. She hasn't said anything about it. Why? Why? Is 7-year-old Sachiko Shinozaki, who remains in shock from the experience. Her testimony may prove invaluable toward closing this case and putting this horror behind us, however, so police are anxious to question her. Meanwhile, other parents have already begun calling Heavenly Host safety procedures into question and wake of this tragedy. Members of the PTA have. There's a snippet from another page as well, which includes photographs of the 3 victims as well as the lone survivor. Oh, these are the children I saw.
俺たちも見たぜ
100% accurate how the story
殺
goes.
されてそれでたたってやがんのか
Seriously? Not even in the first game, this game, Sweet Sachiko's birthday party, Blood Drive, or Dead Patient 2, they talk anything about Shinozaki and, the last name. Ayumi's just like, oh yes, the same last name. Yes, oh my fucking god. So, nothing. That's so fucking stupid. But, I didn't write the game. Whatever. As soon as, I would have seen a newspaper clipping that said Sachiko Shinozaki, it would have been like, oh, she's like an ancestor or a relative of mine. I would have, put that, 2 and 2 together. I fucking hate Ayumi. I've seen them too. I guess they were killed here, so now they've cursed the place or something. It's so horrible to hear what happened to them. I've been looking at them as scary evil spirits all this time, but in reality, they're just victims themselves. And there's a new Corpse Party game, that's part of the Corpse Party 2 series that just got announced last month. And they're probably not going to say fucking anything about that. Yeah, she's fucking negative IQ. Exactly. All this time, but really, they're just victims themselves. Be careful, Suzumoto. Compassion can be dangerous in a place like this. It's not unheard of for a spirit to lose its sense of humanity after dying.
今のこいつらは生きて
In other words, these kids aren't necessarily going to play nice with living beings anymore. What do you think happened to the murderer? Here we go. They talk about him in this one. Accused child murderer commits suicide. The 32-year-old former teacher believed to have committed the now infamous adolescent kidnappings and murders was found dead early yesterday morning. After being deemed mentally unfit to take responsibility for his actions, he was placed into intensive psychiatric care but escaped 2 nights ago. The psychiatric ward commissioned a manhunt which culminated in the discovery of his hanged body in a room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary. Near the site of the shocking triple homicide, the cause of death was ruled as strangulation and is strongly believed to be self-inflicted. As this appears to be a show of remorse previously thought beyond his mental capacity, his psychiatric ward has come under heavy fire since the discovery. Even the murderer killed himself? Huh. Guess there's no happy ending for anybody. Though the families of the victims were probably glad to see him go. Well, and there's that one girl who was spared too. Isn't that kind of strange, though? That there's not one single comment from the survivor's family? Every article is full of commentary from friends and family of the deceased, but there's not a word to be found about the girl who was spared. I assumed that was by request to protect the privacy or something. Excuses be like in Japan, some people have the same family name without knowing the other party or caring about it. I bet I'll name my family NASA. Exactly. Do newspapers really care about that, though? But the mass media has always been chasing scoops, no matter what it takes to get them or who they have to bother. Dr. Tomokichi Fukari's research records. Mesmer's magnetism. Corresponders with Anna Sprengel, Serafita. Malleus Maleficarum. Voynich manuscript. Records of psychiatric phenomena, letters to and from magic societies, classic mystery novels. Not your typical elementary school reading material. There are no serial numbers or library cards or anything on them, so they're probably not the school's. That's true. Maybe these were brought in by other victims who got trapped here. Actually, it looks like there's a name stamp on most of these. Kibiki. Is that how you read those kanji? Wait, Kabiki? Wow, you're right. I recognize that name. You know, the paranormalist Naho Sanoki? Kao Kabiki is her mentor. He's a journalist. So that means Mr. Kabiki is in here too, I guess, but why? The only person so far in this game to have recognized... I actually know, two people that have recognized that there are multiple timelines going on and that things have happened before and they've seen the future are Ayumi and Naomi. Those are the only two people that have recognized that a lot of shit that has been going on has happened already before. I know this is only chapter 2, but I want more people to realize, to be like, hey, hasn't this shit happened before? But I don't know. I guess not everyone's smart. Nothing on the shelf seems particularly relevant. Just clicking every shelf. They know these random-ass journalists. It would be so good if only our girl here can tell them her relations. Am I done in this room? Scrapbooks on the shelf. Are you just gonna say all the same thing? Okay, am I done in here? I wonder how much time has passed since we got here. I don't know if I can trust my cell phone clock in a place like this. That's a good point. If space is being changed around randomly, there's no reason to believe the same thing isn't happening no time. I trust my stomach though. It's telling me that dinner time was already come and gone, and now is about when good boys and girls would go to bed. I have to admit, I am hungry. Maybe we should add finding food to your list, Shinozaki, but for now, I think it's about time we found a nice cozy spot to sit and rest for a while. I think I'd like that, as I'm really, really tired. Not so tired that I'm worried about getting possessed or anything, but tired enough. And so the four of us headed to the safest spot we could think of, settling in for a bit to help calm our spirits and refresh our bodies. Almost immediately, both Kishinuma and Shinozaki sat down, closed their eyes, and fell fast asleep, understandable considering what they just experienced. Out like a light, both of them. They must be exhausted. Kishinuma went through a great deal of turmoil to save Ayumi after all. Aren't you tired too? I am, but I just can't bring myself to sleep. My mind keeps racing, wondering what Nari and the others are doing right now. I feel like I need to be ready to run out after them at moment's notice. I know just where you're coming from. I get the same way when I think of Shig. I wish I could see his face right now, you know? Sorry, my phone kept lighting up and I wanted to see what was going on. Okay. No, what happened to your
そ
legs?
の足
I felt a chill in my stomach as soon as I saw them. They were the same bruise-like markings around Nana's slender thighs that I'd seen before. But they become much darker in color. They looked pink originally, as if she'd just rubbed her skin against something, but now they were deep, dark purple, the color of grapes. Did you know people say this is unfair gender rules since you need the one guy on your team to do the heavy labor, but hello, do they not realize he is the only fit person to do such tasks without fail? Yeah, I guess. I don't really have a comment on that.
大丈夫痛くない
Are you alright? Does it hurt? You mean the bruises? They've been there since before.
そうじゃなくて
Yeah, but they're darker now. Oh, you're right. What a weird color. What's happening?
出血してたから
Probably just changed color over time from the blood rushing to the surface. I doubt it's anything to worry about. Sorry. I just hope it doesn't leave a scar. Sure, you do have beautiful legs after all.
そんなことないですよ
Piano sounds. Oh, please, no I
ス
don't.
タイル良くて
I'm jealous you're so thin and gorgeous. If I were as tall as you, Shig and I would
ナナちゃ
sure
んくらい身長があったら
look a lot more natural together.
彼氏さんですか
Is he your boyfriend?
そういうのじゃないんだけど大事な人
Nothing quite like that. I guess you could say he's just a really important person to me.
いつも近くにいてくれて私のため
Whoa,
の部分を
Mayu.
受け入れ
What
て
secret are you hiding? Cough, cough, family, cough, cough.
支えてくれる人
No. He always stands by me, accepts me for who I am, despite all my flaws, and always supports me in whatever I choose to
素敵
do.
な人なんですね
He sounds
私に
wonderful.
とってはね
Yeah, I'm not just saying that because we're in the same drama club, but he's like some kind of
王子様なんだ
prince.
よ
Though if you ask
死ぬまで
Kishinuma,
中
he's
に
an
忘れ
evil
ると
wizard.
悪い
Kishinuma, he's a thing for he's got a thing
や
for
っぱりあゆみさんのことあ
Ayumi, doesn't he?
れ
Oh, does that bother you? Are you taking an interest,
あ
perhaps?
違います
No, nothing like that.
ごめんお約束
Sorry, I had to
だから
ask. She's about the average nerd. Yeah.
でも実際のとこ
Actually, Kishinuma's got it pretty rough. He's got a rival
厳しい状況なのよね
for Shinazaki's
お似
affections.
合いなのに
But they look so
似た
cute
者
together.
同士でもあるのよね
They're a lot alike in many ways, particularly their complete inability to be honest about how they feel. Damn. Just ripping into them while they're asleep.
まゆさんも森重
I
さん
bet it's a
の
lot
前では素直になれな
like
かった
when you're
り
with
するんですか
Morishiki, isn't
だ
it?
から
Oh, come on, I already told you, it's not like that with us.
自分でもよく
Is
わ
this
かる
girl
のよな
talk?
この気持ち
Yeah, girl talk slumber party in the scary dead body blood covered school. Yay! I want to have a slumber party in this scary school. Though I guess I really don't know how to classify the way I feel. I mean, when I do finally see Shig, how should I react? What do I want him to
岸
do?
沼くんみたいに
Do I want him to pull me into his arms just like Kishinuma did with Shinazaki? Or did I just want him to pat me on the head and tell me I did
やっぱり
good?
実際
I guess I won't really know until the time comes. If it
会い
comes.
ますよきっと
Brutal.
岸
It'll
沼さん
come,
が
just like it did for
あゆみさんに会
Kishinuma
った
and
みたいに
Ayumi. Thanks.
持田くんも
I hope Michida is able to reunite with Yuka and Nakashima too. I miss Yui and
みん
Shinohara.
なで帰って
We'll all meet up and go back home and properly exchange that photo we took together after the culture festival.
私も
I really want to see my friends too. I'm so sorry, I've just been talking about myself all this
あ
time.
の私ちょっと
I think
その辺見てきますね
I'm gonna go scout a run for them real quick. I have to go to the bathroom anyway. By yourself, isn't that dangerous? I'll be gone for a moment. Now she's gonna die.
ことを思い出して
Psycho repeats, she never learns. Bye, Nana. Nana's gonna fucking die. I guess thinking about her friends got her all worked up. She probably just couldn't sit still any longer.
鈴本
Suzumoto? Kishinuma, you're awake.
一緒に行ってやってくんねえか
Shouldn't you go with her, just to be
そう
safe?
だね
I probably should. You stay here and keep an eye on Shinazaki.
すまないなんかあったらでけえ声で呼べよ篠崎叩き起こして飛んでっからよ
Thanks, I will. Oh god. If anything happens, just yell real loud, okay? I'll smack Shinazaki until she's awake, and the two of us will come running.
暗い
Okay, the hallways are pretty dark, so I think I'm going to borrow one of her candles.
危ねえから
Just be careful. Once you find Ogasawara, you two come right back here. You got it? The bathroom felt empty. There was no indication of Nana's presence whatsoever. Maybe we passed one another without realizing it? No, no! Motherfucker. Chad wake up method, I approve. No. What's wrong, Nana? She's fucking dead. The sound of that echoed through the hall was like, that of a butcher slicing up a large chunk of meat, bone and all. And the sound was accomplished by the dimly lit figure of Nana sprawled out on the ground in front of me. Or rather, part of Nana. I just spit on myself. Ugh. Hold on, I gotta take a drink. I am refreshed. Rather, part of Nana. Well, bye, Nana. It was really just the top half of her body, severed cleanly at the thigh. Casual. Her legs were completely gone. Period. Clean off. I'm a bad person. And the worst part is, she was still fully alert and aware. Like the fucking fish from SpongeBob. My leg! My leg! This is why we don't wear brown uniforms. My leg! They like big targets for things to hunt us. This grisly sight was too much for me to handle. I became weak in the knees and fell backwards, landing on my butt. I couldn't move. It hurts, it hurts. My leg. My leg. Nana was bending and contorting her back and writhing on the ground as if struggling to escape the pain and the fear. I wanted to help her, but I had no idea what I could do. Nothing had ever prepared me for a situation like this. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't even think. The sight of Nana's squirming body, gushing blood every which way, was burning itself into my mind. It was the most frightening thing I'd have ever seen. It hurts. It hurts. I could sense the presence of the person in the shadows just behind Nana's torso. Who was it? The darkness was all-encompassing past a certain point, giving only the vaguest notion of human silhouette within the inky black void. Let me... Yeah, this is an image. Quick, Nana, use your special ear rape girl scream to call out for help when you saw the threat. Oops, too late. You're still not screaming. Who's there? That's the locker room. No, wait, it's not. Where is this? What's back there? The door should have led to the pool locker room, but the lighting or lack of it was completely wrong. Girl, we're not even on the same floor as the pool. You're on the 3rd floor. There was also an indescribably foul odor wafting out from within, so powerful and revolting that I felt it could never leave my senses again. And whatever being was lurking in the shadows, that horror room was getting closer. Wow. And whatever being was lurking in the shadows of that horrible room was getting closer to me, step by step. Okay, get up. You have legs, bitch. Nana doesn't. Run. Well, she did her job as meat bait. Now we have to know the danger thanks to Nana Bait 2.0. I still couldn't make out a single feature, and frankly I didn't want to. His existence alone was threatening enough. Whoever this was, I could sense his shadow posturing itself over Nana's head as if preparing to swallow it whole. Like a crocodile. In fact, the shadow was beginning to resemble a crocodile more and more. Was this even a person? Stop, please, stop. That's a funky looking fucking crocodile. Look at that crocodile. He's just a crocodile. The figure was now fully visible and was indeed a person, I think. He grabbed Nana by the head, then turned and began dragging her into the horrid room. She was clearly nearing death, as it took everything she had to scream in protest. Her voice was getting weaker, and her writhing less pronounced. I couldn't even imagine how painful it must be to have one's severed body slowly dragged across the floor, exposed side down. It would be bad enough just having my head held in this massive, filthy grip. No, grip isn't the right word. It really was more like a bite. Damn, you couldn't outrun a damn chubby zombie, period. Also, so we already know in the first game what happens to Mayu. She's gonna fucking get splattered onto a wall. So these bruises, are just indicators of how they die. So, she got her legs cut off and she had bruises on her legs, and Mayu at some point in the past, present, or future is gonna, get splattered across the wall. Because we saw it happen in the first game, we saw it happen in this game too, but I'm guessing we're in the past. Or no, we're in the past because Mayu said that was a glimpse of the future. So, but I guess she forgot about it. And she doesn't know that, she thought it was a dream. So, the bruises are just, cut more like smashed like melons by that hammer. True. I don't know, her legs got cut off somehow by a hammer. That's what it said. I ain't gonna fight with the writing. God, no, save me, please. Mayu. Maya's the worst time deja vu pro tag of all time. True. Naomi literally said, because Naomi and Ayumi are the only two who have acknowledged what's going on. Ayumi was like, I've seen this shit before. I've been through this before. And Naomi was like, I've been here before. I've been through this shit before. What do I do to change it? So both only Naomi more out of Ayumi, but Naomi has been the smartest character so far. With, her realizing that they're in a time loop. And in multiple different timelines. Ayumi has only acknowledged that she's seen this shit before, but doesn't know why or how. What's her name? Yeah, Mayu just thinks her glimpses into the future are a dream. God, no, save me, please, Mayu. No. Stop, please, I don't want to die. Don't kill me. These were the panicked primal screams of a person's last moments on Earth. It's a sound no one should ever have to hear, much less produce. And once you hear it, it's kind of a thing you'll be hearing again for the rest of your life. Nothing can ever wipe it from your memory. It stays with you. Bye, girl. I sat there dumbfounded, so disturbed that I could barely breathe, and watched the slow slither of Nana's body as she disappeared into the unknown. That's where we gotta play part 4 to put all 1, 2, 3 games together, and that's when the time mechanic starts. Oh. This is only chapter 2. Only. And when she was gone, only a wide swath of blood remained, tracing her path down the hall and across the hellish threshold. Nana, I have to go save her. Bye-bye, girls. Slay with those non-existent hips. Wait, Knight, I love you. You're the best. That comment alone, I fucking love that. Help, help. Mayu. Mayu, you fucking bitch. Thanks. Nada. Gathering all my courage, I ran full speed toward the black void, but found no room to enter. Beyond the door was nothing more than a solid wall. Bitch ran straight into a brick wall. What? No, where is she? Where was she taken? Mayu. It was just as Shinozaki had said. Right before my eyes, a human being was pulled into a space that simply no longer existed, pulled out of reality, and yet I could still hear her. No! I can't even describe how frightened I was. All I could do was scream and take off running away from there. Anywhere else was preferable. Preferable. Why isn't she asking for help? Also, Maya got less brain cells than a damn roach. Not a roach. Roaches. The dude literally said to ask for help. He could probably bash the zombie in the head. Why am I going this way? Nana isn't this way. She's behind me. I need to go back. Don't go back. I need to save her. I need to save Nana. But I'm just getting farther and farther away from her. No, I can't. I just can't. It's just not possible. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Nana. I couldn't do anything to save you. What do I say to Kishinuma and Shinozaki? We were just talking with her, and now look what's happened. Her legs were torn right off. Right along the lines of those bruises. Wait, the bruises. Nana was sliced up in the exact spots where she had those markings. And I have markings just like that on my stomach, but that doesn't mean anything, right? Just a coincidence, right? Let's go. At least her body has more brain cells to run away from danger than her actual brain. Exactly. What is wrong with me? Worrying about myself at a time like this? Bitch. I'm sorry. I love my friends and all, but if I somehow got transported into another dimension with like 9 of my friends, I'd be like, fuck each and every one of you, I'm getting out of here. Or I would, you know, simply just kill myself. It would be so much easier than dealing with all this bullshit. But I can't help it. I opened my compact mirror and hesitantly brought it down to my abdomen, lifting my shirt and loosening my skirt a bit to get a better look. Oh god, no. So the darker they get, the closer time it is to die. I didn't have to look very hard. The color of the bruise on my abdomen had darkened significantly. It was far more pronounced now, practically pulsating in purplish red. It looked more like some kind of demented crust that had surfaced from deep inside my body. No, no. It's darker, more clearly outlined. It looks bigger now, too. What is this? Why is it here? Just a bruise, right? I'm sure it'll go away on its own over time, if I leave it be. I just kept telling myself that. It would go away on its own. It was nothing. And I was starting to believe it. Feeling somewhat placated, I lifted the mirror up and prepared to shut it and put it away, when I quickly caught a glimpse of my face. If I was in danger and couldn't help you and tried to help or stayed, I'd fucking curse you for being stupid to move, bitch, or else I'd be a monster and hunt you down instead. So move your ass out of there. Period. I saw fear, I saw sadness, I saw defeat, but I also saw something else. She has a bruise on her face? No. At first I doubted my eyes, but I wasn't sure. But I wasn't seeing things, nor was it a smudge on the mirror. It was another discolored bruise, just like the one on my abdomen. It was nowhere near as dark, but it was definitely there, and given enough time, it would probably get a lot darker. But what? Why? When did I get this? Maybe it's just dirty. Maybe I just need to wipe it off. I tried spit shining it away with my finger, but all that did was make it wet. Each time I pressed down on it, the surrounding skin would turn white, creating greater contrast and making it stand out more. It wasn't going away. It wasn't going away. If I'm going out first, that just means I'm just more juicier and hotter than y'all with more game. Exactly. If it just kept darkening, I might wind up like Nana. No, please, no, no, no. Torn apart at the seams. No. Suzumoto, what's wrong? I thought I heard you scream. No look in finding Ogasawara? I don't like that at all. We'll help you search. Suzumoto? No, stay back. I took a step away from them, despite myself. What's going on? Please, just stay back. Nothing's going on, I swear. Did something happen? Did you see something in your compact? It's nothing. I didn't see anything. I'm fine. I'm fine. No, I couldn't let them see me like that. I didn't want them to see that hideous bruise.
おい鈴本
Mayu, careful. Don't anger the people that are naturally... Mayu, careful. Don't anger the people that are naturally black by being scared to be black. No. Wait, Suzumoto. Suzumoto. What do I do? What do I do? I'm running again, but where? Where am I going? I have to get rid of this. If I can't, then I'll wind up like Nana. I have to hurry. I have to find some way of making this go away. I have some concealer in my makeup bag. Maybe I could hide it. There we go. Can see it at all now. All I have to do is get some sleep, and when I wake up, the bruise will be all gone. I know it will. Yeah, I was getting all worked up over nothing. It was just a little mark on my face after all. Yes, history lesson, the reenact. Probably just a result of all the stress I've been feeling here. Once things calmed down, it would go away for sure. Welcome back. A scene of delusional worst pro tag of all time. True. Okay, I can't do anything in here. How the fuck did I get in here? I don't remember closing the door. It wouldn't open. And it wasn't like it was locked, rather, it felt almost as if someone were holding it closed with superhuman strength. Suddenly I realized why. The door was wrapped multiple times over with thin black threads. How had I not noticed these a moment ago? Oh, I just noticed that I'm stupid. I didn't put two and two together. The black hair is Sachiko's. That makes a lot of sense. Oh no, Rapunzel black hair. It's Sachiko's hair. I didn't put those two together. What is this? Human hair? I looked at it a bit more closely and concluded without question that that's exactly what it is. What it was. I felt an unpleasant heat radiating along my back muscles across my entire spine. I was being watched. There was some sort of moist, lukewarm presence in the room with me, and slowly but surely I could sense it moving. You realize it faster than others, especially this pro tag. Who's there? Who's behind me? I was too scared to turn around. This room. Oh, hey, bitch. It was the little girl wearing a red dress. Probably first or second grader. Her skin was as pale as pottery, contrasting it with her lacquer-like hair, and she looked somehow familiar. This is the girl from the newspaper who survived the murders. Sachiko Shinozaki. But that can't be right. That happened over 30 years ago. This room is so lifeless. I know what it means. A human autopsy model. I want to dissect a human. What? Ugh. Have you come to play with us again? No, please, no. Hey girl, how you been? I see you got a new hairstyle, going with emo, huh? Yeah. Something was dripping onto the back of my hand. Are these tears? That's what I thought it was, at first anyway. If I started crying, I wasn't aware, but considering what I was going through, it wouldn't have been surprising in any way. I wondered just how much I'd cried since getting sealed up in this godforsaken place, probably more than I'd ever cried before in my entire life. But these weren't tears, were they? Was it blood, then? Did these children do something to me? Sure enough, I reached up and touched my face, and my finger came in contact with something sticky and red. What did you do to me? I didn't do anything. Sachiko's answers was cold and disinterested, and came accompanied with a crooked, wry smile. She was just a child, yet one glance from her made every hair on my body stand on
鏡で
end.
見てみたらどう？
How about you take a look in the mirror? We'll wait, just a little bit though. Sachiko's face somehow made me feel as if there might be two sides to her, one gentle and one not. But regardless of which I was dealing with here, I wasn't able to go against her recommendation. I was legitimately curious myself. So I looked out. I took out my compact, opened it, and... What? No, no, please. The bruise I'd concealed with makeup had sprung back to the surface once again, though it could hardly be called a bruise anymore. I know not everyone's seen them, but like, don't these high schoolers know never to split up and go alone is a crimson flag? Exactly. Oh fuck, what did she say? I missed it. My skin had literally split open from inside, and blood was beginning to seep out through the pinkish fissure, bead by bead. No. No, this can't be happening. It can't be, no.
違わない。
It's happening, that's all you.
抗わなければ一瞬でいけたのにね。
Mayu, worrying about her makeup.
残念。
If you hadn't fought it, you might have been able to die quickly. But you're going to die. You're going to be torn apart. Torn open along those cracks on your belly. The bruise along my stomach and abdomen had followed suit, splitting open and dripping dark red blood everywhere. At this point, I completely lost any ability to think or reason. I was a goner, and I knew it. What's worse than dying in an instant by getting smashed against a wall? Getting slowly, carefully torn apart, that's what. Let's play, come on, let's play. Time to begin the autopsy, everyone. No, please, stay away, stay away! Yeah, I was a goner. I couldn't fight it. Somewhere deep in the pit of my soul, I knew there was no way out. This unimaginably cruel fate was predestined. I couldn't escape. Listen, Mayu, the power of friendship bullshit only works if you got friends with ya. Oof. Oh sure, I tried to run. I squirmed and resisted with every last bit of strength I had, but fate had me by the ankle, and it wasn't about to let go. If only I could force myself to lose consciousness, maybe I could avoid the unbearable agony that I knew was coming, but sadly, I wasn't that strong-willed. Oh, shit. I could feel the hands of the children all over my body, coming from virtually every direction, and they were really digging. It hurts. It hurts. I'm dying. Save me, Shig. Shig? Your dear Shig won't be coming to your rescue. No chance. No hope. Damn, the voice actress went hard for Sachiko. I like that. All the voice actors are doing amazing in this, but Sachiko's? God damn. She really puts like that grunge, like I do not give a fuck about you into her voice. Oh, look how happy the kids are to be playing make-believe doctors. I was seized with pain, unlike anything I'd ever even imagined possible before. I couldn't talk, couldn't move, couldn't even think. So I remember in the first game, I forget the ghost without the eye, but the one ghost without the eye said when she got her tongue back that they weren't in the right state of mind and that they're being controlled by Sachiko. So this isn't what they really want to be doing. Shiggy shig shig be cheating. I felt like my head was going to explode under the pressure of the millions of nerves, all telling my brain just how much every part of my body hurt. And it didn't stop. Every moment it grew worse and worse. Then I began to drift away. What an awful stink. Let's decorate the wall. Or maybe the hallway outside with our new autopsy model. The school is getting livelier all the time. Sachiko's voice sounded like it was far in the distance. It was then that I realized the agony I'd been feeling had changed. It was no longer pain, but chill. I didn't hurt anymore. I was just cold. So cold that I couldn't even feel my body. So cold. So very, very cold. Shig, I can't even move a finger anymore. But even if I'm dead, even if my body is an unsightly mess, I hope you won't think poorly of me. Because Shig, no! My final wish is that Shig be the one to find my body. As long as it's not too revolting to look at anyway. When a long-haired Shuni girl becomes ghost and now controls the school, so this is what happens. I want him to think I'm pretty. I miss him. Shig, bro. An alternate universe tale, you say. Demise. Clear! I did it! Encounter. Chapter 3 is now playable. Yuchi Nakamura Yukinari Soulful Testimonies unlocked in bonus menu. Ooh. I want to look at the testimonies before I leave. You were pretty. Okay, opened Yuka and Yuichi. I already saw this one the other day.
皆さんお疲れ様でした。
Great work, everyone. This is Yuichi Nakamura, voice of Yoshiki. So it seems you were able to beat the chapter.
どうでしたか？
How was it? Did you get the good end in one try? Hell no. Or did you play through all the different possible outcomes first? If you missed any of them, play through the whole thing without any real trouble or something. Well, I'd really like it if you'd go back through again to see what you might be missing. After all, it's not just my chapter, but every single, well, maybe not every single. Some characters don't have too tough a time, ultimately. But I can say my character goes through some pretty intense and shocking scenes, like a whole lot. And it's my hope that you'll be able to enjoy, that you'll be able to experience those scenes. So please play through this chapter again and again, okay, for me. Anyway, thanks very much. See you next time. I am not playing through the chapter again. If I get, you know, the clear end, the true end, I'm done with that chapter. Fuck that chapter. Thank you everyone for playing Corpse Party Book of Shadows. This is Yuka Nonri, the voice of Maya Suzumoto. So, what did you think of my chapter? Personally, I felt shivers down my spine for the first time in a while, both as Mayu and as Yuki Nonri. I hope you two enjoyed it so much that you'll play through it again and again. Everyone knows you can't have true ending without getting all the other endings and stuff first. Just look at Undertale. Exactly. So, this is soundtracks I've opened. That's pretty cool. Gallery of Spirits. This is all the art that I've unlocked. Maybe I missed two of them. Okay, I've unlocked a lot of stuff. That's cool. But you know, that was Corpse Party Book of Shadows Chapter 2 Demise. Episode 2 Demise, whatever you want to call it. I had a really fun time with this chapter. Caught in 4K, I saw those nude pics. It was part of the game. Those are children. I will not comment on that. I am a full-grown adult. So, that was Chapter Demise. I had a really fun time with this chapter. These chapters are a lot longer than the first game, since, you know, there's a lot more multiple endings in this game, for each chapter. And there's so much reading I have to do. You know, just for the stream and myself alone. But, you know, I've been having a fun time. I hope everyone that's been watching has been having a fun time too. If you didn't catch the first chapter that I played, Seal, that is in my Twitch VODs right now, right under the stream. Or if you want to look up Moonsong Uwu on YouTube, I upload all my VODs unedited onto my YouTube channel, so you can go watch them if you'd like. You don't have to. That's why I like it when they have dubbed VCs that are actually good. Yeah. So I don't need to read. Exactly. But with that all being said, thank you all so much for watching Crash Party Book of Shadows Chapter Demise and watching me play it. We will be back tomorrow with the third chapter. Not sure what time, but you know, I will be live sometime in the day, night, afternoon, whatever. Whatever time you get your local streams. I will be there and alive. Hopefully, maybe. But I'm gonna get going for the night. Thank you for people that subscribed. Thank you for people that followed. Thank you for people that gave bits. Thank you for people that didn't give bits. Thank you for people that didn't follow. Thank you if you just lurked, too. But thank you for everyone that's here. I will see you next time. It was fun. Hope to see you again, maybe in VR chat. Take care, Moonsong. Thank you. You as well. I'll see you next time. This is Moon signing out. Goodbye.